to go. My arms is L.A., my legs is Diego. Got Oakland and Frisco spinning on top of my turntable. Sacramento is my stunners, Compton is my tan. Got California in the West Coast in the palm of my hand. They say I'm so L.A., talking with my Cali slang, stunting on the freeway, doing 90 in the left lane. The top down, music blasting in the Cali breeze. West contemplates though, cause I got a lot of cheese. I'm so wild, it's so proud. The way that I wreck my sword, you can say that I'm so cal. Cause so cal, where my heart at now. While you rappers are so last year, I'm so right now. You don't wanna get up on the track like that. When I'm spitting on the mic, I do it just like that. To a beat that I speak through the sounds unique to the beats in the street with a minimal of heat. When I'm living and singing and spitting the venom and giving the sound that ain't nobody bringing when I'm on the microphone up in the show.
Let you go, be slow. Be slow.
I had to come back with a new swag. Thought you knew that. They try to hold me back, but you can't do that. The king of rap is back to take over the game. Insane how even Justin Bieber's mentioning my name. I never thought that I could get this far. Rubbing shoulders with celebs, but introduce them to the real star. I'm living large like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Plus I got my dream girl riding in my dream car. Spit serious verses, I'm versatile. Mean versus another rapper. First verse is foul, so first find a way to reverse your first style. I'm the first to first flip lyrics that ain't foul. Yup, throw on my Converse, then Converse at concerts with convicts. Turn them to converts. Mexicano, cubano, panameño, colombiano, argentino, chileno.
I'm about to go, be slow. Be slow. Be slow. I'm about to go, be slow.
Welcome to Baker High Wildcats football. And now, Baker High Wildcats football.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Suwannee, Florida, Suwannee County, Florida. Tonight, tonight's matchup, district matchup, Baker County Wildcats and Suwannee Bulldogs. I'm Mike Cruz, joined as always by Jackie Baker. And we're set to bring you all the action 2021 Baker County Wildcat football on a beautiful night for football here in Live Oak, Florida. The Wildcats come in tonight's ball game with a 6-2 record on the season. And Jackie, by virtue of some things that happened last week, along with the Wildcats win against Ed White, Wildcats are District 2 5A champions, so Wildcats will be heading to the playoffs this year. And tonight's game we thought was going to be one of those that the Wildcats would need to win to secure that district championship, but still a very important game for the Wildcats to win, and we'll talk about all of that as it comes to the RPI rankings. But Jackie, beautiful night here in Suwannee for a ball game, and good to be back on the air with you.
Well, it feels like a little football weather out there, Mike. We got our jackets, and we put them in the truck and decided, we're not going to need these. But, my goodness, it's chilled down over here in Suwannee County at 7:30 kickoff, kind of old school for you Baker County fans out there. Looking forward to a good night, though. You're right, Suwannee really not playing for anything tonight, but, man, wouldn't they like to knock off this Wildcat team?
Oh, the atmosphere here is that where you would think that this team really wants to beat the Wildcats, and we're actually going to start a few minutes early before 7:30 tonight. Cam Smith takes the kickoff at the 9-yard line, comes out across the 25, and Cam Smith's loose out to the 34-yard line, and finally just brought down by the tail of his shirt, or Cam Smith might have had a huge return, but he gets it to the 34, and Jackie, I'm glad we went on the air early because the kickoff was about 5 minutes early.
Yeah, starting a little early. They're ready to go home, so it looks like they forgot their jackets, too, out here tonight. But Cam Smith with a great return there is going to start the Wildcat offense. Good field position on this opening drive.
We'll set you up with all the stuff we were going to talk about in pregame during that 5 minutes we would have been on the air during the broadcast here. But Wildcats go from the 35-yard line, moving right to left across your radio dial. Pass out here to Blake Mays, and he's got a block, and he's across midfield and all the way inside Suwannee territory down to the 42-yard line. Just a little flare pass out here to Blake Mays. Good block in front, and he gets big yardage.
Yeah, that was a great play that time by Ian Doyle from his left tackle spot. Throwing huge blocks for Blake Mays to pick up big yardage on first down.
Wildcats in the Suwannee territory at the 42-yard line. Going to hand it off, coming Jamarian Baker to the left side, and Baker's going to be brought down in the backfield. A loss of a yard on the play back to the 43-yard line, trying to go fast there and get Baker to the edge.
Yeah, that time a couple of the linemen, they got to the second level, but we got to take care of the first level first there. Jamarian Baker going to lose a yard. Second down, call it 11 from the 43-yard line. Flare pass to the right side this time. Cam Smith makes a man miss, and he's down the sideline. 35-30, Cam Smith for the 25 and to the 21, but a flag flies in late. It would have been a first down all the way to the 21-yard line of Suwannee, but we'll have to check the flag here. Yeah, I'm not sure what that flag can be. I didn't see a Wildcat player around. Cam Smith with a nifty move over there to make the first man miss.
Yeah, Jack, when he caught that pass, I thought he was tackled for a loss, and Cam Smith just put his foot in the ground and went around the cornerback that was there trying to tackle him. Here comes the call. It's going to be holding against the Wildcats. It must have been something out on the edge, downfield. He would have gotten to the 21. Looks like they're going to mark the penalty from around the 31. And if that's the case, it's going to go back almost to the original line of scrimmage. Not quite. They're going to take it back to the 37-yard line. So picks up about 6 on the play, and now should do second down over. So
they gave them the chain.
I don't understand what they're doing now.
They've messed everything up now.
Well, they have second down on the down marker, but they moved the chains like it was a first down. So Jamarian Baker is going to carry it. And, Jackie, here's the thing. If they moved it back to the 37, it wouldn't have been enough for a first down. It would have still been second down and probably 6 or 8 to go. But now that they've moved the chains, I don't think anybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah, you can hear the guys in the box up here. They're not sure what's going on either, but he does put it back to second down now. So,
well, they gave the Wildcats a first down. Probably shouldn't have. Second down and 5. Going to hand it off up the middle. This is Baker running. He's got a first down inside the 27 down to the 26-yard line. He's going to pick up a Wildcat first down there. Yeah, I mean, you go back to that penalty, I think several things were wrong, but either way, the Wildcats benefit. They get the first down, and now we're down to the 26-yard line. So good-looking drive for the Wildcats to start off with.
Good tough run that time by Jamarian Baker again. Stopped at the initial line of scrimmage. They were to just keep moving those legs, pick up a first down.
Noah Ray in the shotgun here. Man comes in motion, going to run a little sweep to this side, and it's going to be down the sideline 15, and down to the 12-yard line goes Cam Smith. They caught him on a little jet sweep coming around the end. He was the motion man, took the handoff, and going to pick up another first down for the Cats.
Wildcats able to find some success on the outside here on this opening drive, Mike. Suwannee has no answer for Cam Smith.
Inside the 15-yard line, pass to the right side is going to be caught over there. Jamod Ruiz went down and got it, and he's going to get a touchdown. 12 yards to the end zone, and the Wildcats strike quickly within 2 minutes of the opening kickoff, and the Cats are on top 6-0.
Hey, great job by the receivers on that drive on blocking. I mean, Makai Mosley, Cam Smith that time just opened it up for Jamod Ruiz, and he's able to score. A couple other times, Blake Mays threw a good block earlier in the series. So a good job on the outsides, and like I just said, Suwannee's got no answer for this outside game of the Wildcats.
Nice job by Ruiz on that play, just making the catch. I thought when that pass was thrown, it was going to be incomplete. It was low. Blake Mays is going to add the extra point right down the middle, and it makes it a 7-0 ball game. So a minute and 59 off the clock, and the Wildcats, a beautiful drive right down the field, led by a Cam Smith kickoff return. We started at the 35, so it was a 65-yard drive. Little pass, little run. They mixed it up. Very balanced drive. They go right down the field, get the extra point, 7 points.
Yeah, that was a very good-looking drive, Mike. You called it, passing it, running it, doing basically whatever we wanted to on that drive.
And what would Larry Birkin say about that, Jack?
He would just say, just come on.
Wildcats captains tonight before the game, Camilo Rollins, the linebacker, Jamod Ruiz, who just scored a touchdown, and offensive lineman number 73, Chase Cruz. Suwannee actually won the toss tonight, and they deferred to the second half. So Suwannee will get the ball to open the second half. So they wanted their defense on the field first, and the Wildcats make them pay. And we're going to kick a little, kind of like a little dribbler here, but we were offside. We're going to have to back it up 5 and kick again.
Almost like a volleyball serve out there. I think Coach Mays, he sits around, he looks where the hole's at, and he tells the kicker, Blake Mays, where to kick that thing. And that time just in the middle of the field was wide open, and Blake did a good job, but somebody left a little early.
Yeah, might have had a chance to get there, but we were offside, so we'll have to back it up 5. Now you might just see him kick it deep, Jack. What do you think?
Suwannee didn't move. There they go.
Mays has it teed up now at the 35 after the offsides penalty, and he comes forward and does kick it deep. So Suwannee will have a chance to return it from around the 6-yard line. Suwannee return man across the 15 to the 20, out to the 25. He's going to get to the sideline around the 35-yard line. So a nice job on the return for Suwannee as they'll start with the ball first down and 10 from around the 37-yard line. That was Jay Smith on the return.
We had a good return that time. Looked like the Wildcats had a couple guys get bunched up there at the hash mark. The return man able to get outside there. Suwannee's going to start with the same field position as the Wildcats here on their opening drive.
Non-traditional uniforms tonight for the Bulldogs. You see these, I guess you call that a gray color? Would you call that gray, Jackie? Sure. It's more like a dark gray color that Suwannee's wearing tonight. They're going to split out 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. No backs in the backfield and go shotgun here from the 35. Left-handed quarterback fires at left side. He's got a receiver there at the 40. He makes a little bit of a headway after the catch, and he'll be out to the 13-yard or to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that time Suwannee lines up 5 wide receivers. They're going to stay in that empty set. 5 wide out there, and what's the movie, Mike, where he says, "Look, who do they think they are? The New York Giants?"
Out to the 42, 7 yards on first down, second down play for Suwannee. From the shotgun, Wildcats show blitz. Cavs coming from the left side. They're going to get there and hit the quarterback, but not before he gets it downfield. And they got a good hit on the quarterback as the Wildcats had 3 or 4 guys in Tillotsson's face. Quarterback is number 13, Bronson Tillotson, for the Bulldogs. And that time he was looking deep down the field for number 12, and number 12 is Camden Fryer.
Yeah, Fryer, one of the big-time receivers on that Suwannee offense, but I'm going to tell you, you don't want to throw it Carlos Jefferson's way too often. That time, Carlos, a well-thrown ball, and Carlos makes a great play to reach it at the peak and knock it away.
So now third down and 3 from the 42-yard line. They send the man in motion. They're going to run the jet sweep to the left side, and a good tackle by Ronnie Ellis as he pursues the ball carrier all the way across to the 44-yard line, and Ellis is going to stop him a yard short of the first down.
That's a great play by Ronnie Ellis. I thought he got the corner there, and Ronnie Ellis just shows off that speed from his safety position. Going to bring up a 4th and 2 here.
Yeah, he actually got him at the 43-yard line, so 2 yards short. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 2. Now they bring him back in the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. 4th down play, the Wildcats come offside.
Oh, my gosh. That is so frustrating, Mike.
Oh, and you know it was
Everybody
coming.
in the stadium should know it's coming. I got 8 youth football players that know what they're about to do on 4th and 2. My goodness, guys, watch the ball.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, the hard count, the quarterback gives a clap, and it's hard on the road, but you got to know it's coming. 4th down and 2, and the Wildcats jump, give them 5. They'll go to the 48-yard line here, and a first down, new set of downs for the Bulldogs. Tillotson, number 13, the quarterback in the shotgun. No backs in the backfield. They're going to throw it to the right side. This is a different quarterback. Sorry, Tillotson was the left-hander, and he came out. What's the number on this guy, Jack? If that's number 3, it's Malachi Graham, but I can't even tell.
I can't see that far.
How can you tell? I can't tell.
Well, 13's back in, so we'll see as this guy runs off the field what his number is.
All right, well, either way, they threw that one out to the left side. A 2-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 8. And now Tillotson back in, as you said. Okay, 10 was the reserve. That's Cody Lang. So 7-0 Wildcats here, just underway. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. On the road tonight at Live Oak. Live Oak Tillotson's going to hand the ball off, running to the right side. Wildcats have good pursuit here. They're going to stop him way back in the backfield. Looked like Caleb Tressler was one of the guys back there to get him, and the running back had nowhere to go.
Nah, sometimes he's been watching too much Madden, man. Sometimes you can cut it back, but when you look back behind you and there's heavy pursuit, you better just get what you can get. And that time he put himself in a bind and going to lose big yardage on second down.
Oh, 15-yard loss all the way back to the 39 of Suwannee. Brings up a third down and about 21 for the Bulldogs. They picked up 2 yards on the first down play and lost about 14 on that one. My goodness. And yeah, you can't reverse your field and go that way.
Nah, sometimes it works, but
Mack stays in the backfield this time with Tillotson, but obviously a passing down. Tillotson fires one deep down the middle of the field, looking for his receiver around the 15-yard line. Great coverage by the Cats, and the pass is overthrown by a couple of yards and incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, that's how Jamil Jones, another cornerback, man, that you just don't want to throw his way a whole lot. They don't have very much success doing that.
I don't know what the total number of interceptions Jones has this year, but I knew it was more than 5. He's been a ball hawk all year long.
Yeah, I think he's up to 7 now, maybe 8. But my goodness, he is all over the place. Carlos Jefferson had a 94-yard interception touchdown return a couple weeks ago. So those guys getting after it.
Wildcats punt returner back around the 15-yard line. This one's going to hit and take a Suwannee roll and be down at the 10. So the Wildcats will take it at the 10-yard line after a good punt from the Bulldogs. But the defense holds, gets the offense back on the field here, and with 6:49 to go in the first quarter, it's Wildcats 7 and Bulldogs nothing. And Jackie, it seems like we just came on the air and we haven't had a chance to catch our breath, and the Wildcats are right back over the ball.
Yeah, a lot of Wildcat offense. They looked to go fast on their first series, and Suwannee tried to go fast a little bit, and the Wildcat defense was able to stymie that. So here on this second drive, let's see if the Suwannee defense can figure anything out. As this high-powered Wildcat offense just got after it.
Jamarian Baker in the backfield, now Cam Smith with him. 2 receivers to the left. Noah Ray takes the snap, going to give it to Baker. Baker running straight ahead, and Baker still moving his feet out to the 14-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards on first down.
Yeah, good job that time by Jamarian Baker. I'll be honest now, there's not a lot of stuff going on at the line of scrimmage there. I mean, he's having to fight for everything he gets running inside the tackles. So Suwannee doing a good job up front so far.
6.5 to go. First quarter, Cats on top 7-0. Second down play coming up. A lot to talk about tonight. We'll get to it as we go. Cam Smith gets this carry, and Cam Smith maybe a tackle away from a big gain there, but brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll make it 3rd down and 6.
And that time Cam Smith had a little crease, and that's normally all he needs, but it closed fast. So, again, defensive front for Suwannee getting the job done in the trenches.
2 receivers left and 2 to the right. Noah Ray, a hard count, trying to get Suwannee to come across. They don't. And now more protection as the Wildcats send Cam Smith to the left side in the slot. So 3 receivers now on the left side. Noah Ray calls for it, looks to throw. Straight drop, got time. He looks down the field. He's got a man. Jamod Lewis is wide open, 35-30, and Jamod Lewis runs away from everybody. And that, my friends, is an 86-yard touchdown pass. And Noah Ray just looked downfield, and Jamod Lewis had run past everybody.
I'm not sure Jamod Lewis wasn't running 86 miles an hour because, my goodness, he was on an island out there, and Noah Ray just threw it as far as he could and put a dime on Jamod Lewis, and he steadily pulled away from anybody on that Suwannee defense.
Credit the offensive line. They gave Noah Ray the time that he needed to throw that football, and he had the time, and he threw that ball as good as he's thrown a ball all year long. Hits Jamod Lewis in stride, and Jamod takes it the rest of the way to the house. And Jackie, he caught that ball, my goodness, around the 40-yard line. That pass was probably 50, 55 yards in the air.
Hey, he threw it a long way. I'm telling you, he just reached back, and he absolutely launched one. And I thought he overthrew him, but he knows the speed of Jamod Lewis a lot better than I do because Jamod hopped it down.
Penalty flag on the extra point. It was down the middle, so it should be 14-0 here. It's going to be extra point good, and after the play, you're going to get a personal foul against Suwannee. So That'll be enforced on the kickoff, so the Cats will get to kick it off around the 45 of Suwannee. So now you might see one of those crazy kicks.
Yeah. My goodness, I just couldn't believe J-Mod Ruiz. He had the safety beat by 7 or 8 yards on the catch, and then once he caught it, everybody knows what he does when he gets the ball in his hands, and he was long gone.
Well, he didn't even. I mean, Jackie. I mean, he could have downshifted. I mean, he was when he caught the ball, he was 10 yards clear, and then once he caught it, it looked like he went into overdrive and just kind of cruised away from everybody. I mean, what a play! I want to see that one on video.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna tell you. And Noah Ray, what a ball!
Beautiful, beautiful play. Wildcats are going to kick one deep here, and Mays is just going to pound it through the end zone, and that'll be a touchback, and Suwannee will take it from the 20-yard line. I tell you what, Jackie, couldn't have asked for a better beginning here. 5:33 to go in the first quarter. Wildcats on top 14-0. We're going to take a 30-second timeout here. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
We welcome you back here to Paul Langford Stadium on the campus of Live Oak, Suwannee High School, way over here in Suwannee, Florida. Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker bringing you all the action Wildcat football 2021. Suwannee's got the ball from the 20-yard line. They're going to hand it off to the right side, and the Wildcats defense says nothing doing that time, and they might have gotten a yard on the play. But 5:23 to go in the first quarter, and the Cats have scored on both of their first two possessions to make it a 14-0 game, Jackie, and Wildcat offense impressive so far.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was going to be frustrated there on that third down. We tried to run two up the middle and nothing doing, and third down looked like we were going to give it right back to Suwannee, but Noah Ray with a beautiful pass to J-Mod Ruiz for an 86-yard touchdown.
Second down play, Tillotson fires it to the left side. He's got a receiver out to the 30-yard line. The pass was a little bit behind him, but he turned around and made the catch, and it'll be a first down for the Bulldogs to the 30-yard line.
That's a good throw and a good catch there by Suwannee, because if he misses that ball, Carlos Jefferson's standing there waiting on an interception.
Three receivers to the left side for the Bulldogs. Wildcats are going to jump off sides again. We did that earlier tonight on fourth down to give them a first down, and this time the Wildcats on a first down play give them 5 yards. So makes it a lot easier for your offense when it's 1st and 5 instead of 1st and 10.
Yeah, a lot more options to go with on first down here. We got to start maybe running some penalty periods for offside.
Tillotson in the shotgun here. Two to the left, two to the right. One back in the backfield. Going to fire one to the right side, and a catch is made, but a tackle made right away. As Ronnie Ellis got over to make the tackle on the receiver. About a 6-yard gain, though, out to the 41, and that gives Suwannee another first down.
I can tell you, though, obviously Swanee's watched film, because if we've had a weakness in this defense, it's been just throwing it to the numbers.
Yeah, the quick pass.
Yeah, and Swanee's been doing a good job of that tonight as they pick up another first down here on a similar play.
The only problem with that quick passing game is if your cornerbacks are good, and ours are, they may be able to jump one later on. Get too predictable. But first down and 10, Suwannee from the 41-yard line. Tillotson sends a man in motion here. They're going to run a little reverse. Toss sweep to the near side, and now Smith is going to be brought down. Jay Smith, number 2, he got the reverse play, and he's going to try to run it around the left end, and it's only about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Wildcats did a great job that time. Everybody staying home on the backside. Orlando Holland stayed home and makes a good tackle there for a short gain.
A lot of razzle-dazzle for 3 yards. Second down, 7. Tillotson in the shotgun. Drops back to throw, looking to the right side. Now he's going to scramble out, and he's going to be tackled at the 45-yard line. He got a gain, but not much. Maybe a yard, maybe 2, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5 here, and that time just great coverage by the Wildcats. Tillotson didn't see anything down the field. Tucks it and decides to run, and Wildcats in good pursuit.
3rd down 5. Tillotson from the 45-yard line for Suwannee. Wildcats show blitz. Camilo Rollins in the middle. You don't want to jump off sides here. We've done it twice tonight. Let's not do it again. 3rd down. Quarterback calls for the ball. Straight drop. Fires one to the left side. He's got a receiver over there, and he just needs to make a man miss for a moment, and he gets the 1st down across midfield to the Wildcat 46-yard line. 1st down, Suwannee. They've got 3 first downs on this possession, and they move to Wildcat territory. 1st down and 10 at the Wildcat 47-yard line.
Same type of play, Mike. As soon as he gets it, Tillotson gets it in his hands. He's throwing it out there to the outside. And the Wildcats just not fast enough to get out there and make the initial tackle, and Suwannee picks up another 1st down.
1st down and 10 from the 47 of the Cats. Suwannee getting the play called in. They trail the Wildcats 14-0 here on their home field. Tillotson, straight drop. They're going to fire one out of the backfield here. The running back catches it running to the right. Cats do a good job on defense to pursue and finally make the tackle around the 43-yard line, a gain of 4 yards on the play.
I've been watching that running back. He keeps coming out, and nobody really covering him. And that time, Tillotson sees it, flips it out there to him, and picks up 4 there on 1st down.
Jay Smith is number 2. He's the wide receiver who's carried a couple of sweeps. And Malachi Graham, number 3, the running back in the backfield, along with Tillotson. Keep your eye on number 12, Camden Fryer. They call him Flash over here. Fryer, the son of Matt Fryer. I know our Seminole friends will know who that is. We'll talk about that later. 2nd down play. Pump fake, and now a sack. Wildcat defense gets back there, and Tillotson, a little pump fake at the line of scrimmage, looked like he was going to fire one out there, and then the Cat defense converged and made the sack.
Great play that time by that Wildcat defensive front. And you're right, Tillotson, I think they were going to pump the quick pass they've been doing and look to hit Fryer over the top. And the Wildcats, before he could even get the pump away, all over him.
I saw Orlando Holland back there along with Kaz. I'm not sure who made the initial hit on Tillotson, but 1st sack of the night for the Wildcat defense, and it comes at a good time. It'll force a 3rd down and 11. So, Jackie, they give us a chance here with 1:01 to go in the 1st quarter as Suwannee calls timeout. Gives us a chance here to kind of catch our breath. We haven't had a moment. We went on the air about 7:24, and the kickoff happened at 7:25, about 5 minutes too early. So no real chance for our pregame. But, Jackie, a couple of things we wanted to talk about tonight. You know, I mentioned the fact early on in the game that tonight's game was to be for the district championship for the Wildcats. However, some things happened last week, and with the Wildcats beating Ed White and Suwannee losing last week, basically the Wildcats, were able to secure the district championship with that win last week. So the Wildcats right now are district champions. At halftime tonight, if you stay tuned for our halftime show, we'll kind of run through kind of the projected playoff scenarios as they sit right now. But the Wildcats secured a playoff spot by winning the District 2-5A championship. So congratulations to Coach Kevin Mays as the Wildcats are this year's district champions. But this game still has meaning, and we'll explain all that at halftime. 3rd down play, 3rd down 11. Tillotson rolling to his left. He's under pressure, has to throw this one over there, and it's going to be incomplete as the Wildcats had good coverage. That would have been short of a 1st down anyway.
Orlando Holland, what a great job from his defensive end. Tillotson tried to roll to his left, and Holland just fighting through blockers to get in his face. And, again, good coverage there by that Wildcat defense, going to force a Suwannee punt.
So I said all that I said a moment ago, Jackie, to kind of remind the folks at home that even though the district championship is secured, this game has meaning. And the reason is because the RPI rankings in the state, will determine a lot of things that are still yet to be determined. We know the Wildcats will be in the playoffs. There's a chance that we could be the number 1 seed in our region, and then there's also a chance that some other seeds could change. And so, based on our wins and losses and our opponents' wins and losses and those other things that happen throughout the rest of the season, which is only 2 weeks long, that'll change things. So we'll talk about that at halftime, but just wanted to kind of explain what I meant there by this game having meaning. So that's why it's so important for the Wildcats to get a win tonight, get a win next week against the Baldwin Indians in our final game. And the Wildcats off to a good start here tonight, 14-0.
Yeah, 14-0, and that time, number 16 for Suwannee, the punter, Braxton Green, pins the Wildcat offense deep inside their own 5-yard line. So Suwannee's had a bright spot in that first quarter. It's the punter.
Well, it looked like it was going to go into the end zone for a touchback, and it just had that spin on it, and it sits right down at the 4-yard line. Wildcats run Cam Smith from the 4 to the right side, and Cam Smith's got a hole, and there's going to be a flag behind the play, and Cam Smith still on his feet. Would have gotten out to near the 30-yard line on the play, but we're going to get a holding call back in the backfield.
Oh, man. I didn't like it either.
Yeah, well, it wipes out about a 26-yard gain for Cam Smith. But
Cam Smith was a good run there. I didn't think the referee that threw the flag was in the position to be throwing that flag.
Well, once the play that's designed to go up inside ends up going outside because the running back makes that choice to go outside rather than inside, you almost always see it. The receiver out there on the edge trying to secure a block, you almost always see it, Jack. But I'm with you. The referee was kind of running downfield. But either way, the 30-yard gain nullified. We'll go back to the 6-yard line, give him a gain of 2. First down and 8 now for the Cats. They marked that from the spot of the foul. Noah Ray in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Ray fires one left side. He's got J-Mod Ruiz. Ruiz is going to get spun down and tackled around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 5.
I'll tell you what, they're going to, after what happened the last drive, if they're just going to put one-on-one coverage out there on J-Mod Ruiz, I'm not so sure that I'm not going to ask him just to run by everybody once again.
That's right. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Cats, but that's going to be the last play of the first quarter as the Wildcats will come back after the timeout and have a 2nd down and 5 from the 9-yard line. But, Jack, great first quarter for the Wildcats, 14-0. They lead the Suwannee Bulldogs. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
One quarter in the books from Paul Lankford Stadium in Suwannee, Florida. The Wildcats of McClenny making the trip over here for this District 2 5A contest between the Wildcats of Baker County and the Suwannee Bulldogs. Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker bringing you all the action here tonight. Wildcats took a 14-0 lead in the first quarter and would have had a 2nd down and 5 to start the second quarter here, but the Wildcats with a false start on the 2nd down play move it back 5, so it's 2nd and 10 now. Noah Ray back to the end zone here, going to hand one off straight up the middle, and another flag comes in. In the last 3 plays, we've seen flags. Cam Smith gets this one out near the 5-yard line, but I expect another penalty on the Cats here.
I did just see maybe one of the funniest things I've ever seen. The referee threw the flag and the defender making the tackle, and Missler caught it in the corner of his eye. He let Cam Smith go. He let him go and turned his head to see what just flew by. I mean,
what was that?
Almost broke loose there.
And when the coach asked him about it later, well, Coach, it's almost Halloween. I thought it was a ghost behind me out here. Second down and 12 now for the Cats. Another penalty against the Cats. I think the Cats have been penalized now, Jackie, 3 plays in a row, which is never a good sign, especially after a 14-0 start here.
And after big plays, too. Some of them big plays.
Second down, the Wildcats with the ball, going to have the ball out near the 5-yard line. Call it second down and 10 again. 11:37 to go in the first half. 14-0, the Cats on top. Cats scored on the first possession of the night. A J-Mod Ruiz touchdown catch, and then they scored again on the second possession with another J-Mod Ruiz touchdown catch. I'll tell you about that one in just a moment. Second down handoff for the Wildcats is going to go straight up the middle, and this time, Jamarian Baker does a nice job hitting the hole and getting the ball out near the first down marker, out to the 13. Wildcats will need 1 for a first down.
Yeah, and they actually, Suwannee had declined the penalty, Mike, so that he caught the hole, so that was a third down play there.
And so we're going for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1, the Wildcats get Suwannee to come across, and that was easy. We did to them what they did to us. We didn't even hesitate. We line up on 4th down, and like you said, everybody's got to know that's coming, and the hard count, they come across.
I mean, how many times in the history, unless you're the guy in Alabama or wherever that always goes for it, are you going to go for it on 4th down from your own 10-yard line?
Lane Kiffin is the name you're thinking of, I think. First down and 10 here from the 18. Pass to the left side is caught right there at the line of scrimmage and across the 21-yard line. And I'm not sure who caught that. Was that Ruiz?
No, like Makai Mosley out there.
Yep. He had a 2 in there. I knew it was a 2, number 12, Makai Mosley on the catch. And he gets more than I thought. He gets a gain of about 4 out to the 22.
Wildcats having some success as well on those quick passes, just little hitch passes out there. Get it out quickly. They're going to back off and give you 7, 8 yards in coverage. We're taking advantage of it.
10.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Wildcats on top, 14-0. This time inside handoff going nowhere. Suwannee's defense is going to bring the ball carrier down in the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard loss, and we'll have a 3rd and long.
Looking for a cutback lane there, and there just wasn't a cutback. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow of the play and pick up 2 or 3 yards.
3rd down play, call it 3rd and 8. Wildcats with Baker in the backfield, 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Ray going to fire one, nobody home. He was looking that time to hit, looked like Mason Braxton. Oh, I'm sorry. Where's my roster, Jackie? Number 16 is Derek Major, and they were on the wrong page. Major didn't turn around, and I'm not sure which was right. But either way, it goes incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
All right, well, I can tell you, if Major was wrong, I would go back and look at that play because when Noah Ray just looked that way, Major made one move, and he was wide open down the middle of the field.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, because where he threw it was in, like triple coverage, but Major had broken free. Either way, not to make it a bad radio moment here, it's an incomplete pass. So we'll go to 4th down, and we'll have to punt it away on our first punt of the night.
I don't know. We got a Wildcat player down on the far side of the field. Not sure what happened.
9:55 to go in the second quarter here, 14-0. Wildcats on the road facing the Bulldogs from Suwannee. And speaking of Bulldogs, I heard from little shout out here. I heard from our friend Trav the barber down in McClenny, Florida there, Trav Barton. He cut my hair this week, Jackie, and he told me to say go Gators. And, the Gators will face the Bulldogs tomorrow, another Bulldog team. That I'm sure we'll have some airtime on that at halftime tonight.
Yeah, Trav, always listening in. You want to get the sports talk, just go down to Trav's Barbershop down there. They'll let you know everything you need to know. And if you don't think you need to know it, they're going to tell you anyway. So,
yeah, between Trav and Ryan, they can tell you all you need to know about what's happening with football. And then they ask my opinion. I'm like, why are you asking me? You guys know.
I love it down there, man. That's like old school barbershop talk down there in Trav.
Old school barbershop. 4th down, the Cats will have to punt it away. The punter standing up back at around our 10-yard line. Suwannee gets a good rush. But a good punt here, and the Wildcats will get a good Wildcat roll out across midfield, and Suwannee will take it right around the 48-yard line. So Suwannee gets decent field position, but we didn't get the punt block, so worked out all right. 9:48 to go in the first half. The Cats on top 14-0.
Yeah, I tell you what, I really did think Suwannee was about to block that. Yeah, 4 or 5 guys right in Jamil Jones' face.
It was a jailbreak. Yeah, jailbreak. 48-yard line. This time Tillotson's going to come out here, the left-handed quarterback. Left-handed quarterbacks for Suwannee's looked sharp on a couple of occasions tonight, but this Wildcat defense has been stout all season long, and we expected another good performance from this defense tonight. So far, so good. Tillotson now has one back in the backfield. That's number 3. I mentioned his name earlier. That's Malachi Graham. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left from the 48-yard line. Tillotson, straight drop, fires one to the left side here, and oh, my goodness. If Ellis turns around, he's got an interception.
Oh, and he's probably running for a touchdown. He was trying to make the big hit, didn't look for the football. Oh, man. Nonetheless, going to bring up second down on the incomplete pass. Again, Suwannee just trying to throw it out there quick to a receiver, and the Wildcats had it read perfectly.
Second down play here. Second down, Tillotson's going to hand one off to Graham in the backfield. Graham running left. He gets near the midfield, and he's going to be hit by Ellis that time. Ellis mad about missing that interception a moment ago, and he's going to bring him down after a 2-yard gain. Nice tackle by Ellis on the edge that time.
Yeah, that's a great tackle. Ronnie Ellis from his safety position. Going to bring up a long third down here.
Third down play coming up now. Graham in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Big third down here for the Wildcat defense. Tillotson in the shotgun for Suwannee. Right at midfield.
Oh, I thought about jumping.
Yeah, they're going to change it up now. They send Pryor to the other side. Now they're going to have Trips on the right side and Graham in the backfield. Little confusion for the Suwannee offense. Tillotson takes the snap. He's going to run an inside handoff to Graham, and he's open to the 45, to the 40. Graham 35, and a nice misdirection play that time by the Suwannee Bulldogs. It looked like they were confused, Jackie, but when he took the snap, he rolled to the right like he was going to throw the ball out to the right, and then kind of with a sneaky little turnaround, he hands it off to Graham behind his back, and he had an open field for 15 yards.
Yeah, that's a good little play there by the Suwannee Bulldogs. Caught this Wildcat defense off guard. Tillotson, you caught it, rolls to his right, gives the inside handoff underneath, and nobody was over there for the Wildcats, and they pick up big yardage.
Nice play call that time by the Suwannee Bulldogs. First down and 10 from the 33-yard line of the Cats. This is Swanee's best field position of the night. 8:50 to go, first half. Tillotson going to hand it off. No, he throws it to the right side. Catch is made over there by Pryor, but he is hit and dropped immediately. Loss on the play.
Orlando Holland, my goodness, from his defensive end position. Saw the quick pass out there. Ronnie Ellis makes the receiver cut back in, and Orlando Holland makes him pay.
And he did. He made him pay that time. Half-yard loss on the play. Just call it second and 10. Jackie, those familiar with that Pryor name, you've obviously heard of Wayne Pryor Mobile Homes. Well, I used to watch Matt Pryor, the wide receiver that played for the Seminoles, and that's his son, Camden Pryor. Also had an uncle named Todd Pryor that played for the Seminoles as well, but that Pryor name is synonymous over here in Live Oak. They hand the ball to Graham this time, running to the left side, and Toby Kinghorn says, "Not so fast, my friend," and brings him down with a hard tackle right at the 30-yard line, a gain of maybe 3. It looked like he was going to get the edge, Jackie, but Kinghorn shut it down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this Wildcat defense is doing a really good job. There's been a couple times tonight where the Bulldogs look like they're going to get the edge and pick up good yardage, and just the closing speed of those linebackers and the cornerbacks doing a great job turning those guys back inside. Going to bring up another third and long.
Well, you said it all right there, Jack. I mean, the closing speed right there. You're exactly right. Graham looked like he was going to have the corner, and Kinghorn closed it down. Third down play, 3rd and 7. They're going to fire it out to the right side with a slip screen there, and they make a good catch and run down to the 25-yard line, but they're going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. So a nice little play that time by Suwannee, but they're still short. So the Wildcats need to protect here, not jump off sides on 4th and a long 2.
You're going to get a hard count.
Count on it. No pun intended, right? 6:50 to go in the first half. Wildcats on top 14-0, but Suwannee threatening with their best field position. They face a 4th down and 2. They're probably going to call a timeout and talk about this one. If they don't, they're going to get a flag. Now they do. Timeout Suwannee. 6:30 to go. First half. You know, that, to me, Jackie, that's where you just run the offense to the line. If you're going to try the hard count, run up there and try it like the Cats did, you know, like nobody's paying attention, and see if you can get them to draw off sides. But if Suwannee can get a first down here and keep moving the ball here toward the end of the first half, remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half. They defer the coin toss earlier, so I tell you, that could make things interesting here, but
well, listen, I mean, if you're the Wildcats, how many games at the beginning of the season were you in control and you look up and it's only a 14-0 lead? That can easily be taken over here. You called it. I mean, if Suwannee is able to score and then get the ball back in the third quarter, I mean, it's a new ball game. Even though the Wildcats have basically controlled this whole first half, we're only halfway through the second quarter here, 6:30 left in the second quarter. Wildcats up 14-0, but been in complete control all night.
Absolutely, been in control of the game, but you look up now, and Suwannee with a 4th and 2 from the 25, and like I said, if they can convert here, get a first down, and possibly score, then Wildcats are going to have to shift back into another gear. Here we go, 4th and 2. Tillotson in the shotgun. They're going to take the snap. Fires it down the right side, looking for fire. He's got a little push-off over there, no flags, and the ball goes incomplete, and that's good coverage all the way around.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we've heard a lot about Fryer, and I'm sure he's a great ball player. Watch him on film a little bit. He knows what he's doing out there, but when you got Carlos Jefferson on one side and Jamil Jones on the other side, you better bring your lunch because you're going to have to put in work all game long to get open on those guys.
I mean, and Fryer's just a sophomore, you know, and those guys. But listen, Jackie, 4th and 2, though, with the short passing game and the different things that Suwannee's been doing here, that's a weird play call to me. First down and 10 Cats now. Noah Ray going to hand it off to Baker, and he's got a hole running left side, and flags come down again.
Yeah, that time I saw it. One of the receivers out there when Baker cut back just held on a little too long.
I mean, it's you know, the Cats started out hot tonight. The first 2 possessions, we got the 2 touchdowns. But, Jackie, the last couple of possessions, we've had a lot of penalties, and you got to stay disciplined, and you've got to stay, you know, listen, each and every win and each and every game is so important for this football team. You got to stay focused throughout the entire course of the ball game, and these penalties, they start to mount, and they will come back to bite you.
No doubt. They called illegal hands to the face that time on the Wildcat. So
yeah, it's a big penalty. So you're going to go all the way back to the 17-yard line here. So they actually gave him a little forward progress, about 2 yards. So it's going to be first down and about 18. Noah Ray in the shotgun, two backs in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. And now the clock's still running here, and I'm not sure what they're talking about. What do you think?
I have no idea what I think. I think they're saying, that's what I thought. We were kind of in agreement on that. That should have been a
15-yarder.
Yeah, further penalty than what it went. I was willing to take it, but
yeah, they only marked it off about 8 yards, which is what I was saying. So now 15 yards. So now it's 1st and 25 with the penalty. So the Wildcats going to run the football straight ahead. Cam Smith's got a hole. He's out across the 25 and gets tripped up by a shoestring out to the 30, but a 20-yard gain. And Cam Smith does a good job with the down and distance situation for the Cats.
Oh, my goodness, Mike. I'll tell you, I was about to say that 25 yards doesn't matter because he's gone, but another shoelace tackle.
Second down play. We fire one out to the left side. Catch made over there, and the Cats are going to be near the first down as the Wildcats make the catch on the far sideline right in front of the Wildcat bench. I think that was Mosley again on that little quick pass. It'll be third down and about a half a yard.
Yeah, Mekhi Mosley again, and the Wildcats, he's done a really good job these last 3 or 4 games, just a great possession receiver for this Wildcat offense.
Wildcats go quick. Third down play, going to hand it to Jamarian Baker, and he's got the first down, fighting his way out near the 40-yard line, and the Wildcats will get that first down. So that's a huge couple of plays there, Jackie, because you go from 1st and 25 to getting the first down.
Yeah, I mean, you were in the shadows of your own goalpost there, and now out here to the 40-yard line.
Suwannee calls timeout again here after the first down, and so 5:11 to go in the first half, 14-0. Wildcats on top, and we've got the ball. So a good drive here, Jackie, and you score before halftime, and you kind of solidify the fact that we've kind of controlled this first half, no doubt.
Yeah, you would definitely want to put more points up as quickly as we scored on the first and second drive of the ball game. You don't want to go away empty-handed, as Suwannee on their last possession was able to kind of control the clock a little bit. They kind of marched down the field very methodically and ran a bunch of time off the clock. So the Wildcats with 5:11 to go in the second quarter looking to add on here.
So, Jackie, let's talk about it. Coming up in a few moments, we've got the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report that we'll have each and every week here throughout the course of the year, brought to you by Jack Baker and Justin Webb down there at Baker County Farm Bureau. A couple of topics that I wanted to talk about tonight. We'll obviously do a playoff preview for this Wildcat football team that will be headed to the playoffs. We'll talk about those RPI rankings just a little bit. And then I don't know if you know this or not, Jackie, but there's a big game down in Jacksonville tomorrow and some other college football games that are happening tomorrow, and you and I will get back in the swing of trying to make some picks at halftime.
Got a couple in mind.
Second down play now, Noah Ray in the shotgun. The Wildcats were sacked on first down there. We're going to hand it off straight ahead, and the Wildcats nothing doing here. So after the first down, the Wildcats 2 straight plays of nothing doing.
Trying to run right up the middle with Jamarian Baker and Cam Smith. And, again, if you've watched this offense enough, you know that's kind of the bread and butter. And I feel like we've been able to beat this Suwannee defense on the outside some, but the first 2 plays there, we try to go up the middle.
Third down and 12, Noah Ray in the shotgun, and we're going to get either a timeout or a flag. Looks like a flag down before the play here.
Yeah, we got a false start. One of the wide receivers, we tried to go too fast.
Has there been a penalty called on Suwannee?
Not that I can recall.
Now, I'm not one of those that says both teams penalized equally, okay? But I haven't seen one on Suwannee.
We just want something.
Third down and 17 after the false start penalty on the Cats. 4:06 to go here in the half. And now a timeout for the Wildcats, I believe. It is. First one of the half. Jackie, let's take 1-2. 30-second timeout. Wildcats on top, 14-0. We'll be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Third down play, and Cam Smith over the middle trying to get a catch made out across midfield, and Noah Ray just unable to hook it up with Cam Smith that time. Pass thrown a little bit behind him, and a long third down play goes incomplete. And the Cats are going to have to punt again. So Wildcats scored twice to start the game, Jackie. First 2 possessions, touchdowns, and the last 2 possessions now have resulted in punts.
Yeah, just not where you want to be. Those penalties kill you.
Suwannee, a good rush again on Jones. He gets a good kick, a fair catch called for. back at the 37-yard line. Jamil Jones, quietly, Jackie, has done a great job punting the football for the Wildcats this year.
Yeah, that's one of those that goes unnoticed most of the season, but really does do a good job. You ask him to go out there and lock down a number 1 or number 2 wide receiver week in and week out, and then, hey, when you get done doing that, come back and punt for us too, please.
Yeah, you think about it. I mean, aside from the Mandarin game, which extra points would have won the game for us, and that was the game that Blake Mays got injured, you know, aside from that, our special teams has been rock solid all year long. I mean, punting the ball, Jamil Jones, return game, and the extra point and field goal game. I mean, it's been rock solid special teams.
Yeah.
14-0 Cats, 3:50 to go here in the first half. Tillotson, the quarterback for Suwannee. He's in the gun. Going to hand the ball off straight ahead, and Graham's going to get 2, maybe 3 before the Wildcats drive him backwards. They take over at the 37. He's going to get to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Suwannee will get the ball to start the second half. I mentioned that earlier. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. 3:20 to go here in the first half. Things have just kind of slowed to a halt here, Jackie. It started out fast and furious, and now both defenses just kind of ruling the day. 2nd down, they're going to run it straight ahead again, this time out to around the 41-yard line, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, both of them at times, I'm going to say, got a little hard-headed and said, we're going to force the issue in the middle right here.
Yeah.
And both defenses well-equipped to stop that. So if it's working for you, hey, keep throwing those quick passes out there, and let's move the ball down the field.
3rd down and 6 now, Suwannee. 2:40 and counting on the clock to go here in the first half. Wildcats still on top, 14-0. Tillotson, the quarterback, calls for the football. Straight drop. Looks down the middle of the field. Now he's scrambling. The Wildcats have good pressure. He fires one left side and is way short of his intended target. And it'll bring up 4th down. The Wildcats might get the ball again here at the end of the half.
Yeah, and that time Taylor Tressler just follows Tillotson all the way across the field, gets a good hit on him as he releases that ball. And again, just great coverage by this Wildcat defense. And the Wildcats, Suwannee's going to have to punt here, so the Wildcats going to get the ball with 2:22 left in the second quarter, up 14-0.
Deuces Wild, second quarter, 2:22 on the clock.
Deuces Wild, run it back.
Cam Smith. Oh, and the Wildcats are going to get a block. Orlando Holland got back there and blocked the punt. He knocked the punter down, and the Suwannee punter is asking for a flag, but I think they're saying that he tipped the ball. He didn't block it backwards like toward the end zone, but he blocked it enough that he didn't get penalized for hitting the punter. I think.
I don't know what happened. That ball did not go. That punter, he's been really good. We talked about him, the first quarter MVP for the Suwannee Bulldogs, and that one just kind of shanked somehow. I'd have to thank Orlando Holland tipped that ball. It came out sideways.
But it was end over end, and then it took a Suwannee roll. So it goes all the way to the 31, but like you said, when it came off the foot, it only went like 10 yards before it took a roll. Noah Ray going to run it to the left side, and now Cam Smith on the reverse play comes back to the 40 and across the 40 near the 45-yard line. So a nice play on 1st down for the Cats. Gets the 1st down out near the 45.
Yeah, good play that time, just going with the reverse, a little something different. Pick up a 1st down, stops the clock momentarily, and Wildcats are going to go fast again, up 14-0 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And that play call was specifically designed to kind of neutralize that front line for Suwannee and make them think about something else here. 1st down and 10 from the 44. Ray calls for the ball, now going to run back through the middle with Baker, and Baker picks up a solid 4.5, 5 yards on the play to make it 2nd and 5. Clock running, though, and so the Cats are going to have to hurry.
Yeah, and I mean, we got 2 timeouts left, so, but you don't want to get stymied here at the 50-yard line. Minute and a half left to go. We got to pick up the pace a little bit.
2nd down, a long 5 for the Cats coming up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and now 3 Cats in the backfield. Wildcats run it with Cam Smith, and Cam Smith dives across midfield down to the 48-yard line of Suwannee, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. But the biggest issue here is not 3rd and 2, it's the clock. We're down to 1:08, and the clock's running. We need to move, We do have 2 timeouts in the bank, but we need to pick up this first down and keep it going.
Yeah, this first down is going to be huge right here.
3rd down play, 3rd down, call it 2. Noah Ray takes the snap, fires to the left, got a man. Catch is made, first down for the Cats, down to the 42-yard line of Suwannee. Momentarily, the clock's going to stop for the first down marker. And let's see if the Cats are going to use a timeout or if we're going to try to get going. Only 45 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, we're going to go right here. I think we're going to save those 2 timeouts.
Clock running again, 45 and counting. Noah Ray rolls to his right on first down. Now he's under pressure and going to get sacked. Can't let that happen.
The only good thing is Suwannee didn't get the defender off the field here. So we're going to stop the clock, get a penalty there.
Well, that would be good. I mean, the Cats in that situation, if it is a penalty on Suwannee, won't have to burn the timeout here. But if it's not a penalty, the Cats would have to burn the timeout. But you're right on the play call. Legal substitution is going to be the call against Suwannee. A legal substitution, so you need to go back to the original line of scrimmage here. And he does, finally. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to have a 1st and 5. Oh, no, they're marking this off. Wow, Jackie. Well, 15 yards? No. Come on. For a legal substitution? 15 yards?
That's not right, but again.
From the 27-yard line now, Cats get the first down, clock moving. Noah Ray fires a screen pass, and it's going to be incomplete. They were just looking for Cam Smith on a screen pass that time. Incomplete. 27 seconds on the clock here.
Man, I tell you what, man, that screen pass has been kind of a bread and butter play for this Wildcat offense in the past. And this year, we have just not been able to complete it like we normally have in years.
Second down play, looking downfield. Cam Smith's got a catch inside the 10. Noah Ray threw it high, and Cam Smith went up and got it. It's going to be a first down and goal for the Cats inside the 6-yard line. And, Jackie, maybe we'll use a timeout here.
Yeah, we did. Coach Mays, he ran down there, going to call a timeout here with 20 seconds left to go. Great throwing catch by Cam Smith and Noah Ray that time.
Jackie, I talked to the officials in the booth here. They gave the wrong signal on the field. It was a legal substitution that they called on the field, which normally would be a 5-yard penalty, but what the call was actually a legal participation, which is a 15-yard penalty. So that would be a different call, but 15 yards, so they said the penalty was justified.
Oh, all right. Well, I didn't see Suwannee sideline jumping around a whole lot.
No, I didn't either.
I thought maybe they had dozed off to sleep in the second quarter. Not much action, 14-0 after the second Wildcat offensive series, and the score remains 14-0 with 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. But the Wildcats knocking on the door.
Yeah, I mean, what a huge possession this would be right before halftime if we can punch this in. 20 seconds to go. Wildcats with one timeout in the pocket here. Jamarian Baker in the backfield with Noah Ray from the 6-yard line. And now a whistle stops play here. I'm not sure what that was. Cats line it up again. Here we go. From the 6, pass play to the right side and a touchdown. Wildcats throw it in there. They were looking that direction, and that was Marcus Wilcox on the catch. And Wilcox gets a touchdown for the Cats, a 6-yard touchdown pass from Noah Ray.
Come on.
That's a great pass. It was a good route that time. Did you hear Larry Burton tell Marcus Wilcox just come on?
I heard Larry in the background. Blake Mays on to attempt the extra point. What a great possession for the Wildcats, running the 2-minute offense here before halftime. And Blake Mays is going to fire one up there, and it's going to be good. He didn't hit that one exactly right, but it goes through, and it's 21-0, and another flag on the field here on the extra point. Looks to be against Suwannee. That's the only thing they've had tonight. They had the other one on the extra point as well. That was marked off on the kickoff, and it looks like this one will be too. The extra point is good, makes it a 21-0 game, and after the play, another personal foul. And this time they say it's against the Cats. I guess that was after the play.
Yeah, it was something after the play. It
Did he just signal ejection, Jackie? It looked like after. Oh no, he pointed. Okay, he just pointed toward the kickoff. I thought he signaled ejection for a moment.
Yeah, I was with you. I thought for a second. But, yeah, it was something after the play. I didn't quite see what it was. The kick had already gone through the uprights, and the flag got thrown down. So that's going to back Blake Mays and this kickoff unit back to their own 25-yard line with 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
But, hey, as I was saying, huge 2-minute drive there for the Wildcats, and Mays is going to kick one deep here. They're going to take it around the 22. Suwannee return man to the 30 and out to the 35, and still on his feet right there at the 40. The Cats will bring him down, and they'll only have 6.9 seconds left to maybe run one play before halftime. But what a nice job by this Wildcat offense to close the half. And really the play that kind of made it was that pass down the middle to Cam Smith inside the 10-yard line. Noah Ray tonight, Jackie, a couple of really nice balls. Thrown the ball pretty well tonight overall. And Noah Ray, going into your 9th week of the season, you want to be playing your best. And Noah's playing good ball tonight, no doubt.
Yeah, the offense, again, has looked tremendous at times here. We talked about the first two drives. We go down on that first drive. We mix up run and pass. We score easily. Kind of get stymied a little bit on the second drive, but Noah Ray throws a perfect ball to J. Maud Ruiz for an 86-yard touchdown. And then finally starting to get the wheels back on as we punch one in right before halftime.
First down play now for Suwannee, but only 6 seconds on the clock. Tillotson going to fire one deep down the left sideline, and the Wildcats are all over the receiver. Nothing doing. They were trying to throw Fryer deep, but he had to stop because there was a Wildcat in his way, and nothing doing that time, but only 3 seconds off the clock, so 3 seconds still remain.
Haven Clark took a little bad angle there. He couldn't quite see it. His depth perception may have been a little bit as he ran up to jump and try to intercept that ball, and Jamil Jones just looks at him and laughs.
Amazingly enough, Jackie, a pass that went that high in the air, that far down the field, only took 3 seconds off the clock. And after the quarterback dropped 4 or 5 steps. I wasn't watching the clock when the play started, but it couldn't have started on time. What do you think?
No home cooking down there in Suwannee County.
Cats on top, 21-0. Reminder, stay with us for the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. We'll talk about the Wildcats playoffs coming up this year. The Wildcats, again, district champions, District 2-5A. Wildcats looking good in the RPI rankings right now, and we'll talk about that and the change, that was obviously made several years ago, but we'll talk about how those playoff scenarios that we mentioned tonight can change over the next 2 weeks, and that's dependent upon wins and losses and all that other stuff that goes into the RPI rankings. So we'll talk about that during our break at the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report, so stay with us at halftime. Last play of the half coming up. 3 seconds on the clock. Tillotson, straight drop. No, this is Cox, and Cox is going to be demolished and sacked in the backfield. The Cats just brought everybody and sacked him in the backfield, and that's going to end the half. And the Wildcats are going to take a 21-0 lead into the halftime locker room. And, Jackie, good first half for this Cat football team.
And the poor Suwannee quarterback on that last play is going, Coach, come on, man. You brought me in there just to get demolished.
Yeah, they ran him out there. That was actually number 10, Cody Lang, that came in. They've switched up a couple of times with Tillotson and Lang, but that time Lang was definitely the guy that got punished. As the Wildcats just brought everybody, got a big sack here to end the half. So 21 points on 3 passing touchdowns here in the first half for this Wildcat football team. When we come back, we'll have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. Again, thanks to the Baker County Farm Bureau team of Jack Baker and Justin Webb down there on State Road 121 in McClenny, 259-6332. And one call usually does it all down there to Jack Baker and Justin Webb. I trust them with my insurance, Jackie, and I know you do too. So all you got to do is give them a call, and you can talk about your automobile, your homeowners, your life insurance, whatever it is that you might want covered, they'll have an option for you. 259-6332, Farm Bureau Insurance. When we come back, we'll have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. You are listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Since 1981, Higginbotham's Towing and Recovery has been serving the community of Baker County, providing safe and reliable towing needs. If you need a car or truck towed, or even a shed in your backyard, Higginbotham's is a place to call. Located in Glen St. Mary, they are available 24 hours, 7 days a week. 259-4375. That's 259-4375. The Higginbotham family is so excited to be a proud supporter of Wildcat football.
Stay home. 2 words that everyone's saying these days. At Hometown Home Health, you can receive nursing and therapy services in the comfort of your own home. These services are covered by Medicare as well as most major insurance companies. Hometown Home Health has a true commitment to their community and is the only home health agency located in our hometown. It's your choice, so choose Hometown Home Health. Maddie and Kristen say, go Wildcat.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say go Wildcat.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State. Owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
And we welcome you back here to Paul Langford Stadium, Suwannee County, Live Oak, Florida. Side of tonight's District 5A matchup between the Baker County Wildcats visiting team against the Suwannee Bulldogs here at home. And Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker bringing you all the action here. 2021 Baker County Wildcat football, and through one half of play, it's been all Wildcats. Wildcats scored early on 2 possessions in a row in the first quarter. J-Mod Ruiz caught a touchdown pass, 13-yard touchdown pass on the first possession, and then came back on the next possession and caught an 86-yard touchdown pass from Noah Ray to open the scoring up to 14-0 in the first quarter. Teams kind of went back and forth for the next quarter and a half, and then right before halftime, the Wildcats executed a 2-minute drive near the end of the half to perfection and scored a touchdown coming down the stretch here as number 16 for the Cats, number 20 for the Cats, Marcus Wilcox, caught a touchdown and put the Wildcats up 21-0. Blake Mays added all 3 extra points, and that's where we sit. The Wildcats offense doing a nice job here tonight, and the defense throwing another shutout here against this Suwannee Bulldog offense. And so far, Jackie, just a great night for the Cats overall.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about right out the gate. I mean, the Wildcats marched right down the field and able to put points on the board. They do it again on their next offensive drive, and then things just kind of stalled for a little while there. There was probably about 6 minutes left in the first quarter after we scored our second touchdown of the game, and from that point all the way to 2:22 left in the second quarter, the Wildcats got the ball back and were able to march down the field, and with 10 seconds left in the quarter, able to score a touchdown. So a good job by that offensive unit at times. I mean, we talked about we're getting closer to the playoffs now. You're hoping in Week 9, Week 10 that it starts to be more continuous, that you don't have those lags and drives that are, set up nicely. Penalties gotten away on a couple series there for the offense, and this offense is just not made to work behind the chains. Not many of them are. So when you put yourself in 3rd and 12s and 3rd and 18s, it's hard to overcome that and keep a drive alive. So as long as we've been able to stay in front of the chains, this Wildcat offense is doing exactly what we've asked of them all year.
21-0 lead as we sit here at halftime. Suwannee, the Bulldogs, representing the last year's state weightlifting championship, the girls' state weightlifting championship, recognized here at halftime. So nice moment there before the bands took the field here at halftime for this Suwannee Bulldog team. But, Jackie, you mentioned it, 21-0, this Wildcat team on top right now. And the reason, after last week's win at home for the Cats against against Ed White last week, the Wildcats knew that we had a really good chance to win the district championship if we won tonight. However, Suwannee lost last week, which opened the door for us to go ahead and be crowned as district champions before tonight happened. So a lot of folks may think, well, that's great. You can kind of sit your starters for the rest of the year, and that's not really the case anymore in high school football. So several years ago, instead of your top 2 teams from each district automatically qualifying for the playoffs, now the way the playoffs work in the state of Florida now are that the district champion from each district automatically qualifies for the state playoffs, regardless of your RPI ranking. And then behind that, the RPI rankings decide in each region of the state which teams would qualify. So no longer is it the top 2 automatically qualifying. You have to have a good enough RPI to qualify. So what that means for the Cats is if you continue to win, then your win-loss record is going to continue to boost your RPI. Now, the other side of that is what goes into your RPIs, your opponent's win-loss record, and then your opponent's win-loss record. So there's a lot of scenarios that can play out as you end the season here, but the overall fact that we know as of today, West Florida would have the number one overall RPI ranking in our region. However, West Florida will not win their district, so they can't be a top 4 seed in the state. So that means that the Wildcats, who currently have the number 2 RPI in the state of Florida, who have won their district, would be the number 1 seed in Region 1 in 5A if the season were to have ended before the game tonight. However, like I just mentioned, all of those factors go into the RPI, so those RPIs will continue to change until the last week of the season. That's why it's important for the Wildcats to get a win tonight and get a win next week to continue to bolster their RPI ranking to remain in the number 1 spot.
Yeah, and listen, you're going to hear us reference RPI a lot, and as Mike said, it's a percentage, and it's an average percentage of your own win-loss record, your opponent's win-loss record, so everybody you played this year, how they finish out the year, then your opponent's win-loss record. So we're playing Suwannee tonight. Well, part of our RPI is based on everybody else that Suwannee's played this year.
That's right.
So a very confusing mathematical, equation. Rain Man would have to figure it out to know. But right now, as it sits, Baker County sitting at number 2 overall RPI in Region 1. But as Mike alluded to, every district champion, so it's 4 districts that are included in Region 1. Every district champion will automatically be seeded 1 through 4, depending on that RPI ranking. So the Wildcats, as it stands today, would have been the number 1 overall seed for Region 1. But, again, you got to win. You got to hope the people you played win. You got to hope the people they played win. And then we'll see where it winds up at the end of the season.
Yeah, we'll just continue to keep an eye on it. But if things hold true, the Wildcats have a very good chance of remaining the number 1 seed in Region 1, which would guarantee, number 1, we're guaranteed to have a first-round home game because we're district champions. And then number 2, as long as we're the number 1 seed in Region 1, that would mean that we should have a chance for a few home games in the playoffs. So that's an exciting thing for this Wildcat football team as we head down the stretch.
I'll tell you what I'm most excited about is the fact that West Florida is not going to be a district champion. So if that game gets lined up again, as it has, it seems like the last 10 years, it feels like we've had to travel out to Pensacola. But if that game gets matched up in the second round of the playoffs, West Florida will finally have to travel out to Baker County to play a football game. So we're hoping that Baker County continues to win, keeps that number 1 seed, and sets up a good playoff run. Just for giggles, if we're to end today, we would have played Terry Parker. We'd be the number 1 seed, and we'd have played Terry Parker in the playoffs next week. But again, with 2 weeks left to go, nobody knows where in the world this thing's headed.
Yeah, and you almost hate to say that because now people might say, we're going to play Terry Parker. Well, that's probably going to change. So we'll just continue to keep an eye on it. But the good news right now is everything's looking good for this Wildcat football team as we head for the playoffs. And so exciting times. And with a 21-0 lead here at halftime, the Wildcats trying to move to 7-2 on the season and an undefeated district record for this year.
Yeah, and you're right. That could change who we play. But what won't change is it will be a home game.
That's
so
right.
Count on.
That's right.
We got Baldwin next week, and then the following week we'll start the playoffs, and the Wildcats will be at home. Opponent unknown.
Make your plans now.
TBD.
Yep, TBD. But we will have that home playoff game. Jack, as always, during our Farm Bureau halftime report, we want to spend a little time talking about some things going on in the sports world, and no better place to start than the college football world tomorrow. Although, I will tell you this, I've been intrigued by watching some playoff baseball this year just a little bit, and tonight, if we got any baseball fans out there, tonight's Game 3 of the World Series, and I know there's a lot of Braves fans in our listening area, so the Braves doing battle with the Astros, which is kind of funny because really that's 2 National League teams. The Astros moved back to the American League a few years ago, but kind of a 2 National League team matchup in my mind because the Astros in my entire life have been a National League team, but either way, that's beside the point. But Braves and Astros going at it, Jackie, and Braves took Game 1, Houston took Game 2, and tonight I checked it a little earlier after one inning, no score in that game. Who you got? You think the Braves are going to take the World Series crown this year?
Oh, my goodness, man. I mean, you can only overcome so many stolen signals and sounds out of the field. And
that was years ago.
I can't believe the Astros haven't been banned from postseason play at this point. But, hey, the Braves are young, man. They're scrappy. I like what I saw in Game 1, came out and just completely annihilated the Astros starter. So hoping to pick one up. I think if they win 2 out of 3 here in Atlanta, I think the Braves take the series.
Yeah, you got a good chance. You know, if you can win 2 out of 3 in Atlanta and hold serve, you know, you got a good chance. But playoff baseball is always fun to watch. I got a visit yesterday at my home from Titus Lyons. You know Titus?
Oh, yeah.
My little buddy. He listens to Wildcat football each week on the radio, and he was dressed up as Chipper Jones for Halloween yesterday. So I'll give a shout-out to Titus on the radio. Jackie, college football tomorrow, a big one in Jacksonville. You know, the Gators are reeling a little bit. Losses to Kentucky and losses to LSU give them 3 losses on the year, and a lot of people questioning what in the world's going on in Gainesville, what's happening with Dan Mullen, why won't you start Anthony Richardson? You got all the questions that are out there about this Gator football team. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs just continue to roll along, steamrolling everybody they play. Best defense in the country, doing everything they can. They're number 1. Alabama lost that crown after they lost to Texas A&M, number 1 in the country. Any chance the Gators roll into Jacksonville tomorrow and give the Bulldogs a game?
It pains me to say this, Mike, you know, but my goodness, the number 1 team in the country, they come into Jacksonville against a team from Gainesville that's just absolutely reeling, just can't find its identity. But you know what? None of that matters, Mike. Dan Mullen is going to be ready for the number 1 Georgia Bulldogs. He's going to take it to them. AR-15 gets the start. Gators by 14.
Oh my goodness. Well, hey, you know, you've seen crazier things in this rivalry. You know, one of these teams always comes in highly ranked. You know, it's rare that you see these teams both in the top 10 when they play, but you know, that team that comes in underranked and the underdog, so to speak, in this ball game always has a chance with a chip on their shoulder. But I got to tell you, Jackie, from what I've seen so far this year, it's going to be a tough road for the Gators tomorrow. I'm going to say. I'm not gonna make a pick, but I'm gonna say it's just gonna be a tough day for Florida. But we'll be watching and we'll see.
Oh yeah, I mean they're recruiting national champs. I mean, what was there to be scared of? Kirby's going to give one away. They all know it. They're just waiting. Kirby is going to give a game away every season. It hadn't happened yet. It's coming tomorrow. They're going to start JT Daniels because they swore Stetson the Mailman Bennett. That's the reason they lost the game last year, 44-28, a game that the Gators shouldn't even been in last year. So they're going to roll JT Daniels out there, who's been hurt all year long, and then they're going to say, oh, we shouldn't have started JT Daniels, and it's always going to be something when Dan Mullen shows up and beats them in Jacksonville.
Stranger things have happened, I will say that. But I'll be watching. I know you'll be watching. Hey, some other big games to watch tomorrow. Just pay attention to this. Michigan, a one-loss team traveling to Michigan State tomorrow, undefeated. Michigan State at noon. That's a good appetizer for the Florida-Georgia game tomorrow. Also at 3:30 tomorrow, FSU at Clemson. Can the Seminoles, you know, they're trying to rebound a little bit from their shaky start this year. Can they go and take on the Tigers and give Dabo his 3rd loss this year? And then, Jackie, tomorrow night, a couple of interesting games. Penn State goes on the road to face Ohio State. Penn State, number 20 in the land, facing an Ohio State team. And that'll be interesting to see if the Nittany Lions can give the Buckeyes a loss. And then a game that I'll be watching, Ole Miss at Auburn. I tell you, you know, Lane Kiffin, if nothing else, he always has a fun team to watch. And that Ole Miss team has been fun to watch this year. And traveling to Auburn for a night game, that's just, if nothing else, it's a great, entertaining game to watch tomorrow.
That's right. Not easy at all. Not easy. I want to give one quick shout-out while we're talking football. Shout-out to the Baker County Middle School Bobcats getting another conference championship win over there Tuesday night. Titletown Roberts and crew leading those guys to an undefeated season. So as much as we like college football, we love to watch our Wildcats and the future Wildcats of the middle school.
Say that again.
Oh, the Baker County Middle School. Sorry. Yeah, Baker County Middle School, undefeated. Titletown Roberts took the crew to 8-0, I believe, on the season as they defeated the Lakeside Gators, and it wasn't even close.
There you go, the Bobcat Middle School team with the championship again. And here's the kickoff, and the kickoff is fumbled. Oh, my goodness. It just goes from bad to worse for Suwannee. They fumbled the kickoff, and Orlando Holland runs down here for the Cats and is going to recover it. And the Wildcats, to open the second half, are going to get great field position on a turnover. First one of the night.
My goodness. That was not expected at all. You thought the Wildcat defense was going to have to come out and grind it out. But the return man for Suwannee just lets it fall off his kneecap. So the worst possible scenario for the Suwannee Bulldogs starting this second half, the Wildcats are going to take over on the Suwannee 23-yard line.
First down and 10 from the 23. We roll right in from the Farm Bureau halftime report to the second half. Noah Ray swings one out here to the left side. A catch is made. Cam Smith with a nifty move, and Cam Smith is going to take it around the end and go all the way to the end zone. Will they give him a touchdown? They do. 23 yards. Cam Smith extends the ball over the goal line, and Jackie, another play that it looked like he might be tackled in the backfield.
I know the kids say it these days, but that dude is a cheat code, man. Hey, just a little flip out to Cam Smith. He does some fancy-dancy footwork there, and all of a sudden he's racing to the outside for a touchdown. My goodness. Put the ball in his hands, Coach.
Almost what you call a running play. It looked like Noah Ray might have actually thrown that backwards, and so you almost would put that in the books as a running play. But either way, it goes 23 yards, and Blake Mays adds the extra point. And before you can blink in the second half, the Wildcats have extended the lead from 21 to 28-0, and the Suwannee fans are stunned.
Man, I don't know what to do. They're reeling right here again. You thought you were going to come out and at least get a chance. I mean, you're down 21-0. You say, okay, we'll come down and put a nice little drive together, and that all just gets disrupted 16 seconds into the third quarter here, and these guys are filing out. They are lined up at the exits here, folks.
To go.
My
Trying to go.
They are waving and hugging each other goodbye.
Well, we hadn't even dusted off, the bold prediction you made at halftime that the Gators were going to win by 14 tomorrow before the second half kick gives the Wildcats their first turnover of the night, and we take it in for the touchdown. 2 J-Mod Ruiz touchdowns, 1 Marcus Wilcox touchdown, and now a Cam Smith touchdown, and the Wildcats have a 28-point lead. This time the return man's going to take it at the 5-yard line. He's going to bring it back to the 15, and the Wildcats meet him there. A big block behind the play that time, and the return man gets across the 25, and Suwannee will start at the 27, first and 10 there.
Yeah, I got a little caught up in the moment there on that Jacksonville prediction. Don't hold me to that, Georgia Bulldogs fans.
Well, are you hearing any feedback?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Gators by 21.
Oh, 21 now. Okay. First down and 10, Suwannee, as they take the ball here at the 27-yard line. Only 26 seconds gone in the second half, but the Wildcats already a touchdown. And, Jackie, the interesting thing about the Wildcats touchdowns tonight, 4 touchdowns through the air. Can you believe that? First down play, Tillotson in the backfield, going to take it and hand it off straight ahead, Graham, and Graham's going to be met 2 yards upfield.
And again, just on that play, we talked about it, just going what the defense is giving you. I mean, Noah Ray's had a great game tonight, and that's what we've been looking for all season. He's finally come into his own, able to stand back there, the offensive line doing a good job, giving him some time, and he looks like the senior poised quarterback that we knew he could be. And these receivers, when you're able to trust everybody on the team, I mean, Mekhi Mosley, Marcus Wilcox, J-Mod Ruiz, Cam Smith, I mean, guys all over the field catching the football.
Second down play, Tillotson is tackled in the backfield for a sack here. Orlando Holland was the first guy back there, and then a couple of Wildcats clean it up. And, yeah, Jackie, you mentioned those guys that caught those passes, and even Blake Mays early on in the game had a 25-yard catch. You know, it's been a wonderful night for the Wildcat passing game.
Yeah, I mean, just spreading the ball around, and now the defense doing what they do every year, or week in and week out, and bringing up a 3rd and long here.
Third down play, 3rd down and 14. Tillotson in the shotgun. He's going to fire one to the right side. A catch is made, and he's near the first down marker, but it looks like Kobe Kinghorn might tackle him just short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down and about a yard.
I know. Don't jump off side.
Don't jump off side.
Don't jump.
Tillotson takes the snap. They're going to run it straight ahead. Kaz tackled him right at the line to gain, but I don't know. Forward progress might get him across the line.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him, but that time he just lowered his head and just made away. So a good job that time by the Suwannee running back. Big Kaz, 45 for the Wildcats. Stuffed him in the hole. Just couldn't quite get the leverage, though. They're going to give him the first down.
1st and 10, Suwannee from the 38-yard line. Tillotson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. They roll to the right, and this time the Wildcats stay home on the handoff in the reverse, and Caleb Tressler with a monster tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
My goodness, that was the play that they got 25 or so yards there in the first half. Just Tillotson rolls to his right and gives it underneath, and that time Caleb Tressler was not fooled. Thought he missed the initial tackle, but just grabs the running back and drags him down from behind, almost a suplex move.
That's just strength. I mean, you grab a guy that's running away from you from behind, and pull him down. That's just pure strength. Nice tackle. 2nd down, 11 now. Tillotson in the gun. Takes the snap. Drops straight back. They set up a screen pass, and a screen pass is caught by Graham. But Graham is only going to pick up maybe a yard, maybe 2 on the play before being tackled again by Toby Kinghorn.
Toby Kinghorn, my goodness. Graham, you may run through a lot of people, Graham, but Toby Kinghorn is not one of those dudes. You might want to try to go around him next time.
3rd down and 9 now. The Wildcat defense settles in. The Wildcat defense has played a whale of a ball game. Only one time has Suwannee threatened deep in Wildcat territory tonight, and we turned them over on downs that possession. But a nice job by this defense. 8:28 to go, 3rd quarter. The Cats on top, 28-0 here at Suwannee. Pass to the right side. This one's going to be caught up around midfield, and the receiver breaks the tackle. And just as we talked about the Wildcat defense pitching a shutout, the receiver was loose and headed down the sideline and gets all the way down to the Wildcat 22.
My goodness. Suwannee Bulldogs hurt on the play, but that's just the play. He's in good coverage, but you can't just lower your shoulder and make a hit. You got to wrap up when you put you on an island out there.
Yeah, the receiver caught the ball up around midfield, and one of the Wildcats had a chance to make the tackle. He broke free of that and ran all the way down to the 22, and that was Terrell Atkinson on the catch for the Bulldogs. But we've got an injury timeout here on the field with 8:13 to go. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Jackie, I know during the timeout you were checking the World Series score over there, and after 2 innings of play, you said the Astros and Braves, no score. So 1-1 World Series right now, and no score after 2 innings. So maybe, Jackie, just maybe, we'll get out of here in time to maybe catch some of that on the way home. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be good. We actually had our buddy Robbie Lancaster's at the game.
Oh, yeah.
He asked if we needed him to call in to give a live update, and I told him that probably wouldn't be a very wise decision considering there's 50,000 screaming fans right behind him.
Yeah, and they do that annoying cheer in Atlanta. Seminole fans will know what I'm talking about there too, right? 8:13 to go here from Paul Langford Stadium in Suwannee, Florida, and the Wildcats on top 28-0. But Suwannee fans kind of holding their breath here. One of their players injured on the play a moment ago, and hopefully he will come up here in just a moment and be okay. Looks like he is coming to his feet, so that's good news. I tell you, I was not sure for just a moment, but yeah, he is up to his feet now, and looks like he's going to be able to get off on his own power, which is great news.
Yeah, he lay down there for a while. We weren't sure. We saw him moving his legs a little bit, but still, he just laid and laid and laid, finally able to get up here and, like you said, under his own power here, get off the field. So that's a great sign.
Yeah, and that was after the big pass play, and that was the quarterback, Jackie. You had asked me if that was Tillotson that was back there, and it was. And I'm not sure how he got that far on the other side of the field unless he was maybe tangled up with somebody. I'm not sure. I didn't see the action behind the play, but either way, he's coming off the field here, and the fans giving him an ovation, and I'm happy to see that he's up on his feet for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he played tough all night, Mike. He stood back there and delivered some strikes to these Suwannee receivers, and a lot of the success that they've had on offense was due to him in the passing game tonight.
No doubt about it. So with Tillotson banged up just a little bit, we're going to get Cody Lang out here, number 10 for Suwannee, checking back into the ball game. So they're at the 23 of the Wildcats now, first down and 10, trailing the Cats 28-0. Suwannee back on the field here, first down, here we go. Quarterback takes the snap, and he's just going to run it straight ahead, fakes the sweep coming around the end, and the quarterback's going to pick up good yardage, maybe 7 or 8 yards on first down.
Yeah, a quick first step there by Lang. Just a fake jet sweep. Quarterback keeper right up the middle, and Lang picks up big yardage on first down.
Yeah, and the big difference between these two guys, obviously Lang looks like he might run the ball a little more, but left-hander versus right-hander. Lang swings this one out with the right hand, and he's going to get a catch made, and near the first down marker is the receiver as the Wildcats make the tackle over there close to the marker around the 13-yard line.
Just a little bit short of the first down there, so they're going to bring up a third and about a yard here for this Wildcat defense, trying to keep Suwannee off the scoreboard.
Lang in the shotgun here, third and a yard, and everybody moves but the ball, and it's going to be a false start against Suwannee. So 3rd and 1 is going to turn into 3rd and 6. And that's the first real monumental penalty I've seen against Suwannee tonight that's going to hurt their progress here.
Yeah, and after the big pass play earlier, Suwannee was set up nicely inside the red zone. And that play going to push them back some. So 3rd and 6 on the 20 from the 20-yard line of the Wildcats.
Yeah, they need to get it all the way inside the 13 or right at the 13 for a first down. The ball's just inside the 20. Lang in the shotgun here, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Lang takes the snap, makes the handoff. He's under heavy pressure now. He's going to toss it out here, and he's got a man, Graham, out of the backfield. Graham is going to go all the way to the end zone. He almost messed up as he held the ball out, and it looked like he almost lost it. But a 19-yard touchdown pass for Suwannee on really a busted play because quarterback Lang was just running for his life. The Cats were all over him in the backfield, and he found Graham that slipped out of the backfield, and they get their first score of the night.
Oh, man, I know. The Wildcats, I mean, with a comfortable lead, but still frustrating to give up a big pass play like that, and on a play where a couple Wildcat defenders had their hands on Lang, a chance to bring him down, and he makes them pay.
Yeah, and we were just touting the night that the defense had. No doubt about it. They were throwing a shutout, doing a great job against this Suwannee team, and Suwannee comes down, and, of course, you know, as soon as you say – that's why you're supposed to say knock on wood when you say things like that. The kicker, Braxton Green, for Suwannee drills it through the uprights, and I got to tell you, we were watching him warm up before the game, Jackie, and you saw him drill that extra point just now. Braxton Green's got a leg.
Hey, I mean, he was kicking them with ease from the 40-yard line, so 50-yard field goals with room to spare.
Yeah, we saw him actually line one up from the 50 before the game and attempted. He came up just a couple of yards short, but might have mishit it just a little bit. I mean, this kid's got a leg. Anybody else that's on the air with me might say, well, Mikey's got 2.
I was thinking about your comment about the half-mast field goal down there.
Yeah, the crossbar is longer than the uprights here. I mean, the uprights only go about 6 feet in the air, so if it's a real high kick, the officials are going to have to guess. Green's got it teed up at the 40, 28-7. Suwannee on top. The Wildcats on top of Suwannee. This one's going to take J-Mod Ruiz back into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback as the Wildcats will take it at the 20-yard line. But, yeah, I mean, all Wildcats tonight, 28-0, all the way up until that drive. Suwannee puts a good drive together behind you know, the big pass from Tillotson before he was injured, and then Lang came in and engineered the rest of that drive to get it into the end zone, and now 28-7, and you really have to say, hey, we needed that turnover and touchdown there to start the half.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
First and 10, Cats, Noah Ray back on the field. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. We're going to run it with Jamarian Baker straight through the middle, and again, that Suwannee defense on the front line, not giving up a lot of room there, as Baker may have picked up a yard.
Yeah, I mean, just not a whole lot going on there inside and in between the tackles for this Wildcat offense tonight, which is usually an area we have a lot of success.
Second down and 9, 3 receivers to the left this time for the Cats. Ray in the gun. Noah takes the snap, fires one left side. He's got Baker coming out of the backfield, but hit right as he caught the football. And again, maybe a yard on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Not a lot doing.
Nah, not much doing at all. And with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, I mean, you don't want to just take a break and take your foot off the gas here. Still plenty of time for Suwannee. In high school football, you can have a couple things not go your way, and
yeah, it can turn around on you in a hurry, right? 3rd down and 8. Noah Ray in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ray takes the snap, straight drop, looks across the middle. He's got a man, Cam Smith. He had a man, and it was knocked away at the last minute. The Suwannee defensive back came up and made a play, or Cam Smith would have had a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. What a great play that time by Suwannee, because you're right. A little more air under that ball, and Cam Smith is off to the races.
Yeah, as it was, just slightly underthrown by Ray, and, you know, he would probably love to have that one back. Not his best throw of the night, but Cam Smith, you might see that one come back a little later. He got behind the defense on that one. High snap here. Jamil Jones goes up and gets it with one hand, and a good punt by Jones, and takes a Wildcat roll all the way down to the 38-yard line. Jackie, did you see that?
I mean, we just talked about how fast things can turn around. It's Jamil Jones putting Odell Beckham that with one hand from the punter position and still able to get it down and get a kick off. My goodness, Jamil Jones with a great play there.
I mean, just an athletic play. I mean, Jamil Jones goes up in the air, one hands it, comes down under a heavy rush from the Bulldogs, and gets the punt away all the way down to the 39 of Suwannee, and man, tip your cap to Jamil. We already said he's done a great job all season punting, but man, what a play that time.
Yeah, I mean, anybody else back there gets that punt blocked, and it's probably a Suwannee touchdown, as they again had 4 or 5 guys.
Mid-quarter timeout, the Wildcats 28-7 over the Bulldogs. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage, or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim, and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
.450 and counting here in the third quarter from Suwannee, as the Wildcats have a 28-7 lead over the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs trying to run a little hurry-up offense here in the second half and try to get back in this football game against the Wildcats, but they got a little too fast that time, and the false start called against them, and it'll move it back 5 yards.
Yeah, and that happens sometimes. Cody Lang back there now, and the cadence may just be a little different. It's probably the same sound, same words, but just a little difference coming from him, and so the center having a tough time getting that snap off.
On the first down play a moment ago, they threw one out here to Fryer, and he picked up about 3 on the little receiver screen, and it'll be second down and 12 after the penalty. Lang straight drop, and now he's going to scramble out of there. Lang is going to be hit and dropped right around the 40-yard line here as the Wildcats converge to make the tackle. So he picks up a couple after the penalty, but after that play, it'll be 3rd and 9, so 3rd and long for this Bulldog offense.
And Lang just a much more athletic
looking
quarterback. Tillotson, he's wanting to utilize his legs there, and the Wildcat defensive front does a good job just keeping him in front.
Well, the one thing that we might be able to key on as a defense is if we get a rush on him, if we had a spy, I mean, he looks to run quickly.
Yeah.
And now we get a timeout here on the field. 3rd down and 9 coming up, 28-7. Wildcats on top. Bulldogs trying to call a timeout here and try to get a good play call because I think they feel like if they could get one more score here, they might be back in this ball game. But that Wildcat defense we mentioned playing tough tonight and not giving up a lot.
Yeah, not a whole lot doing. I mean, Wildcat defense. Again, that's when you hate to give up a score. They played well all night, and I know it happens, and it's only one touchdown. But man, you hate to give up a cheap one as well as they played tonight.
I was looking at the kind of the depth chart here that the Suwannee radio crew gave us, and you know we need to do this for our team, Jackie. They've got kind of a list of nicknames here for their team. So if you go down the list here, Jay Smith, number 2, he's Jay Smith. Say Hey, Jay is his nickname, and then Camden Fryer's got the nickname Flash out to the right, and then if you go down the list here, you got Garrison Beats, number 4, he's Sandman. And then you got DJ Coleman, number 1. He's Light 'em Up. And then you've got Malachi Graham, number 3, the running back. He's Beat Graham. So,
okay.
And then, not to be outdone, number 11, middle linebacker Andrew Downtown Brown.
Okay.
So maybe we need to fire up our depth chart with some nicknames. What do you think?
Well, you want me to say them on the radio? You gotta play better than 28-7 at home.
I like
it. I really do like it.
I like Beat. Malachi Beat Graham coming through. 3rd down and 9, Suwannee in the shotgun. Cody Lang rolls to his right, looking to throw. He's under pressure, looks to throw, and he's going to be underthrowing his receiver down the field, and he takes a hit as he throws the football. So nothing doing that time, and Lang could not run because the Wildcats were all over him in the backfield, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, man, and now Lang.
He's shaking up
On the play as Orlando Holland just demolished him as he got rid of the football. Do they have a 3rd string guy on the depth chart?
Well, I don't know about that, but I just noticed they also have nicknames for the offense and the defense, Jackie. The offense is the Dirty Dog offense, and the defense is the Junkyard Dog. So,
okay.
Look at that. Yeah.
Fancy.
I mean, it is fancy. What are we doing in Baker County? I mean, look at this. They've got this printed out, First Federal Bank, 2-sided program here with both teams' rosters listed on it, and then they handed us this, depth chart basically with their offense and defense starters, and we gotta step our game up.
Yeah, we gotta take a picture of this and send it to Jamie Hodges and say, hey man, look at what they're doing over in Suwannee.
Yeah,
and they're not district champions. My goodness.
Yeah, we'll take a picture, send it to them. I'm sure they'll be happy to help us out. All right, 3:40 to go. Another injury timeout on the field. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout this time. 1-minute timeout. The Cats on top, 28-7. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Yeah, on a beautiful Friday night for football, we welcome you back to Paul Langford Stadium here in Live Oak, Florida, downtown Live Oak, Florida, Suwannee County, as the Wildcats travel tonight to face the Bulldogs in a District 2 5A matchup between these two, I'd call them rural teams. Yeah, two rural teams here in on the west side of Jacksonville, Florida. And so far, so good. Wildcats 28, Suwannee 7 as we head down the stretch in the third quarter, 3:40 to go. Wildcats now 4th down and 9 for Suwannee. They'll punt it away, and Cam Smith stands back around our 25-yard line to see if we can return one. They're going to fake it. They snap it to the up man, and the up man is Camden Fryer, and Camden Fryer has no chance. Orlando Holland, Toby Kinghorn, and now we're going to get a flag after the play as Fryer was not happy with the Wildcats and the way they tackled him. I mean, what do you want?
And it's the frustration of a not so pleasant season, and now Baker County with a 28-7 lead here in your own home stadium. But hey, listen, we had to take it when you guys were jumping around on our field last year. That was all fun and games then, wasn't it? No fun when the Rabbits got the gun.
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, and he's ejected. They have ejected Camden Fryer from the football game for that action that he took. I don't know if I saw him swing a punch, Jackie, but I know he was frustrated with the Wildcats, and he was ejected from the ball game.
That probably means he's out next week, too. That
absolutely means that. And they will not be happy down at Wayne Fryer Mobile Homes.
No sales this weekend.
And I'm not making fun. I'm saying they're probably not going to be happy. Unfortunate. I mean, that's unfortunate. You know, they're trying to fake a punt there, and you know, everybody's feisty on the field for sure. But I hate to see that for any kid. You know,
they don't want to get ejected, but it's a good tackle.
No, it was a good tackle. Wildcats did a nice job. They stayed home on the fake punt, and
be frustrated with your coaching staff for calling that play.
And they did tackle him hard. There's no doubt about it. He got tackled hard, but you can't let your frustrations get the best of you. And if that was a Wildcat, I'd say the same thing.
Oh, for sure. We've criticized any time that's happened on the Baker County side.
3:33 to go, but after that fake punt, the Wildcats and the penalty, the Wildcats get great field position. And Noah Ray is going to fake the handoff, and he goes straight up the middle. And Noah Ray has added to the touchdowns as he's had 4 passing touchdowns tonight. And now a little zone read run, and Noah Ray takes it 25 yards for the Wildcat touchdown.
Noah Ray just having a great game, all-around game tonight. And the 27 people that were left in Paul Langford Stadium are now finding the way to the staircases out of this place. They have seen enough with 3:24 left in the third quarter. And Mike May's looking to tack on the extra point.
May's perfect on the night, 4 for 4, trying to make it 5 for 5, and he drills it right down the middle. And it's 35-7. The Wildcats with the lead here, and the Wildcats have scored. Let's see, it was 21, so the Wildcats have scored 14 here in the third quarter to Suwannee 7, so 35-7. And Noah Ray now 4 touchdowns through the air and now 1 on the ground. As that was a nice zone replay. We haven't seen zone read tonight at all, and that was the first time the Suwannee defense saw it.
Well, I tell you, they ran it some, and Swanee's done a great job. The defensive end's really done it where Noah's having to give it.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that they slipped up there, and Noah Ray saw a crease, and he kind of lulled them to sleep all night long with it, and that time sees it and makes them pay.
Yeah, I should say we haven't seen the quarterback keep it on the zone read tonight, right?
Yeah, but again, I credit the Suwannee defensive line. I mean, they've done a great job all night long, and even on the zone read up until that play.
35-7 Cats. Kickoff comes down around the 11-yard line, taken there by the Suwannee return man. He's out across the 30 and tackled there at the 33-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10 from there, and we'll have to see who comes back to play quarterback. As Suwannee now, Tillotson was injured earlier, and now Lang was injured on the last series, and I'm not sure who their third quarterback's going to be.
No, and you just lost your probably your number one wide receiver in Pryor on the last series.
Ejected from the game for the unsportsmanlike conduct. So
kind of depleted this Suwannee offense here.
Looks like number 5 receiver or running back Terrell Atkinson now is going to move to the quarterback slot. So that's how they fill that gap. Or actually, looks like Graham. So Malachi Graham, number 3, is going to be lining up in the quarterback spot, and he's going to hand to Atkinson, number 5. So 3 and 5 in the backfield for Suwannee now, as Lang and Tillotson have been injured here tonight, and so they move to the third quarterback option, which is Malachi Graham. 3-yard gain.
Beep, beep, hands it off.
Beep, beep. Sneaking down in 7, again, a handoff to Atkinson, and Atkinson going to be hit by Camilo Rollins and brought backwards after a gain of maybe 2 out to the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
And I tell you, I mean, listen, the Wildcats have played really well tonight. This Suwannee team, when you're just watching the game, I mean, they were doing some good things out there tonight. So to look at the scoreboard and see it 35-7 is kind of shocking.
Well, we were talking to Brock Kennedy, defensive coordinator, before the game, and he mentioned the fact that, Suwannee's got a lot of players running around on this field. Things aren't going well in the win-loss column for the Bulldogs, but they've got some talent on the field. Graham now running for his life as he dropped back to throw, and he ran all the way to the right, runs all the way back to the left, and gains nothing, and it'll be 4th and 5.
Beat with 27 yards on that carry. Just lined up in the same place.
You like that nickname, huh? Beat. 2:08 to go here in the third quarter. 35-7 Wildcats on top, and the punter for the Bulldogs on the field. Cam Smith's going to go. I'm sorry, J-Mod's back to return this time. And a low end-over-end punt's going to go out of bounds over here on the near sideline. And the fans here are not happy with something Orlando Holland did. I didn't see.
I ran into the kicker, but they got pushed into him by the up man there on the punt, so that's not a penalty. But, hey, listen, I'd be trying to protect Braxton Green at all costs as well. Again, the one bright spot that we've seen here in Lankford Stadium tonight.
Well, this game's been all Wildcats, and as we come down the stretch here, heading to the fourth quarter, 2:02 to go, third quarter, Wildcats on top 35-7. Wildcat offense back on the field now. 3 receivers to the top side of the field, and Noah Ray in the shotgun. Jamarian Baker going to get the carry. No. Soft sweep to the right side, and the Wildcats get a man open in space here, and that's going to be Cam Smith down the sideline, and Cam Smith finally forced out of bounds by the Suwannee Bulldogs, as that play was another misdirection type play. It looked like Jamarian Baker was going to take the handoff, but then a little toss out to the right to Cam Smith, and he got free to the 16-yard line.
Great play call that time. That was a very, may have been the same play we saw J-Mod Ruiz run against Bradford early on in the season. Just a fake zone read.
Man, it's all coming back.
Oh, no, man.
What's that song? It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Well, it's all coming back as the flag was thrown right at midfield.
Oh.
A holding call against the Wildcats wipes that one out, but a beautiful run and a beautiful play. Like you said, the play call was nice. A little toss, a little misdirection toss.
It's a zone read with Jamarian Baker into an option with Cam out there, so Noah Ray can't keep it if he wants. Defensive end, though, that time does another good job, so he flips it right out there to Cam early, and Cam was off to the races, and it's unfortunate that's going to be brought back.
Out of the foul penalty makes it a 1st and 13 now after the penalty. Now Ray runs the option to the left side, and Jamarian Baker's got a big hole, and he runs down the sideline all the way inside the 40 of Suwannee down to around the 37. Option to the left, and the Cats right now in a flag after the play here. Is this another one on Suwannee?
I don't know if this one's not going to be on Baker County, as the play happened on our sideline over there, and one of the players took exception to it being a little after the whistle.
Well, we'll get the penalty as they talk it over, but the play, unsportsmanlike conduct here, is against Suwannee.
Oh, wow.
The play went to the 35-yard line, so you're going to tack 15 more onto that. We're going to get it all the way down to the 20. And with 1:29 to go here in the third quarter, this game has kind of come to a screeching halt as far as the time goes, Jackie.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Wildcats can score here, and that should put us in running clock territory, hopefully.
Yeah, we've been stuck in third quarter mode for what seems like an hour. my son asked me if the game was almost over. Well, we've got another quarter.
It's had times. It's had moments where it went really fast, and then moments tonight where it's just slowed down.
First down play, Wildcats run another little toss to the left side. This time Suwannee defends it a little better. A gain of maybe 3 on the play. Clock will run inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Second down play coming up. Jackie, I want to thank again all the sponsors that make Wildcat football possible, but also I want to thank our buddy John Meadows back at Glen Baptist for keeping us on the air and keeping us fresh with timeouts and just doing a good job being our friend back at Glen Baptist Studios tonight. And handoff coming to Jamarian Baker here on second down. It'll be tackled well in the middle by the Suwannee defense. It'll bring up third down. So third down and about 6 coming up from the 16-yard line. But Jackie, without Glen Baptist and without this WFBB, Wildcat Radio wouldn't be possible. So we appreciate everything that goes into it. I can assure you that.
Yeah, no, we appreciate everything John does down there.
Third down play now. Noah Ray in the shotgun. Wildcats may be in 4-down territory, but we also have a kicker, so we might be looking at a field goal chance here without a third down conversion. Third down play, handoff to Cam Smith. He's running toward the pylon. He gets to the 12-yard line and doesn't quite get enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down and 2 upcoming.
We're going to run the clock down to the end of the third quarter here, so Coach Mays will have a little time to think about it.
Yeah, when we come back to start the fourth quarter, Cats will have a 4th down and maybe 3 yards to go, so we might try a field goal. We might go for it. We'll come back and let you know. 35-7, the Cats lead after 3 quarters. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Since 1981, Higginbotham's Towing and Recovery has been serving the community of Baker County, providing safe and reliable towing needs. If you need a car or truck towed or even a shed in your backyard, Higginbotham's is a place to call. Located in Glen St. Mary, they are available 24 hours, 7 days a week. 259-4375. That's 259-4375. The Higginbotham family is so excited to be a proud supporter of Wildcat football.
Wildcats have decided to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Ray looks to the right. He's got J-Mod Ruiz, and J-Mod's going to get a first down, Jackie. First down play for J-Mod Ruiz, and that 4th down that you wanted to go for, we went for it, and we get it.
Yeah, what a great call that time. And now the Wildcats are going to hurry up here, try to catch Suwannee off guard.
Well, we hurry up and run it to the left side with Baker, and it's maybe a yard, but second down and goal now from the 5. So we go for it on 4th down, we get it, and now we're sitting here with a chance to put this game up by 35, which might mean that we get a running clock. What you think?
Yeah, and that's
another unsportsmanlike after the play.
Yeah, not sure what that call was, but we'll take it. It's going to be half the distance here. So,
yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you were good. I was trying to see what all was going on down there, but after everything, the Wildcats going to be first or second goal here from the
3-yard line. Yep. I think they called unsportsmanlike on Suwannee, which was half the distance, but not an automatic first down. So you keep second down and you move it half the distance to the 3-yard line. 11-12 to go in the fourth quarter, just underway in the fourth quarter, and Cats knocking on the door. Second down play, second and goal. Camilo Rollins lines up at fullback for the Cats. Full house backfield. Baker's got it, and Baker's going to walk in. Touchdown. Wildcats now have opened up a 41-7 lead against the Suwannee Bulldogs here on the road.
That time just a power set. You called it. Camilo Rollins in the game at fullback and leading the way for Jamari and Baker. And puts the Wildcats another 6 points on the board.
Well, with the extra point by Blake Mays here, the Wildcats can move to a 35-point lead. I don't know if it's automatic, Jackie, but could be a running clock the rest of the way. Kick's good, 42-7, 35-point lead.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what the rule is. I don't know if the coaches have to agree to it or what, but surely if I'm on the Suwannee sideline, I'm agreeing to it so I can get the heck out of here. A couple unsportsmanlike penalties on both sides at this point. Nothing really doing for you down to your third-string quarterback, which is unfortunate. I already had a player ejected. I'm trying to get out of here and get home.
Quarterback's hurt. Yeah, it hasn't been a great night for the Bulldogs here at home. And Wildcats taking full advantage, 42-7, the lead. Right now the Cats on top. 11 minutes to go in the ball game, and Blake Mays getting set to kick off again. Mays 6 for 6 tonight, extra points, Jackie.
Yeah, doing a good job right down the middle, putting a little oomph on those last two.
Yeah, it's always good. That weapon is always a good one to have in high school football, and it seems like nowadays if you don't have a kicker, you're behind the 8 ball, so to speak. They bring it back from the 10-yard line. Suwannee return man takes it out across the 30, tackled there about the 31-yard line. They'll take it 1st and 10 from there with 10:48 in the ball game, and a 42-7 Wildcat lead. And Jackie, you're looking on in dismay at what happened there. Give us an update on the World Series.
My goodness, the Braves come out, Mike, and they were able to load the bases with 1 out and just get 2 pitiful at bats.
But they get a run.
They did score a run, so they do take the lead 1-0 here in Game 3 of the World Series.
You just wanted more.
Yeah, you got to get more, man. Got to get more. Base load of 1 out. Got to get more.
Suwannee with the football, clock running here. Fourth quarter, 42-7 Wildcats. They're going to run it to the right side. And Atkinson again got it. Deep handed off to Atkinson, and he's going to get out of bounds over here on the near sideline. But, Jackie, I think our questions were answered as the clock continues to run.
Yeah, so that's going to get us through this fourth quarter. As both teams, have elected with Suwannee. I thought they did a good job at the beginning of the game, kind of throwing the ball around a little bit to the outside, but then had to go through the air to try to catch up as they fell behind early. So this game has slowed down a lot.
Second down play, and Graham going to get caught in the backfield, and we're going to get a flag down here as it looks like one of the Wildcats going to get flagged. I'm not sure if they're calling a face mask. Okay. They got him for a face mask, so that's going to be a 15-yarder against the Cats. I wasn't sure if they were calling like an unnecessary roughness there or just a 5-yard face mask.
Yeah, gave him the 5 yards.
But the 5-yard face mask enough for a first down for Suwannee. So trailing 42-7 to the Cats here. They've got a first down. And from the 44-yard line. From the 44, Graham took over at quarterback here after a couple of guys from Suwannee were injured, and Graham's going to run it out to the left side. He's going to get around the corner a little bit, and a flag comes down behind the play here. Graham picked up about 6 on the play.
That was just pure athleticism that time by Beep as he goes around the left-hand side. You can tell he's not comfortable back there playing quarterback. You got running backs running one way, and he's trying to hand it the other. So not the predicament they were expecting to be in tonight, but he pulls it, and he's giving it everything he got.
Shout out to Kelly Davis listening back at home. He's one of those Knoll fans, Jackie, but he was trying to give us the World Series update, and he said, well, I guess y'all must be watching. So the game got out of hand here, Kelly. We had to turn on the TV. What else do you want us to do?
Yeah, hey, we're multifaceted, man.
No, you got to be. Holding penalty goes against Suwannee here and moves them back to the 36-yard line. And first down now and about 18 after the penalty moved them back. And, Jackie, I can tell you, running clock is our friend.
For sure.
First down 18. This time, Graham going to drop back to throw. Graham looking downfield, fires one out here. Had a man along the sideline and just kind of threw it between two guys there and goes incomplete.
Yeah, he had two receivers in similar location, and you're right, one of them was wide open. I thought that's who he was going to try to go to. But unfortunately, he throws that one out of bounds. The Wildcats up 42-7 in this district matchup tonight. Wildcats had already clinched the district championship coming into this game, but icing on the cake to go undefeated in the district this year.
Yeah, 4-0 in the district against some good teams. You know, wins against Bishop Kenny in there, wins against Ed White in there. And then a win here tonight against Suwannee is going to give the Wildcats a nice job on their record. Here's a pass out to the right side. It looked like a holding call behind it, but they're going to get a touchdown out of it. They threw a little screen pass to the right side, and the Wildcat guy who was going to make a tackle got completely tackled himself. But nevertheless, Suwannee takes it the distance for a touchdown.
Hey, I'm with it, Mr. Official. Most of the time I'd be all over you, but you're going to run about a minute off of this clock through all this, trying to get set up for the extra point. So I'm with you, brother. Let's let this thing ride out.
Can you sing that song, Jackie? Let it go? Let it go.
Unfortunately, yeah.
You've got a daughter.
I got a daughter.
There you go. Well, I'm sure there will be a lot of those let it go people walking around this coming Sunday, Jackie.
No doubt.
Extra point on the way for Suwannee, and it's drilled right down the middle as Braxton Green kicks one across the interstate back there and makes it a 42-14 game now. But once you achieve that 35-point mark, our running clock's going to continue. So the only negative there is that we gave up a big play, but I got to tell you, that one in a normal game situation probably gets called, the holding call. Mid-quarter timeout here in the fourth quarter, so we're going to take probably our last timeout of the night as we get ready to bring this one home to the Wildcat fans. 5:33 to go. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Stay home. Two words that everyone's saying these days. At Hometown Home Health, you can receive nursing and therapy services in the comfort of your own home. These services are covered by Medicare as well as most major insurance companies. Hometown Home Health has a true commitment to their community and is the only home health agency located in our hometown. It's your choice, so choose Hometown Home Health. Maddie and Kristen say, go Wildcats. Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Mike Cruz and Jackie Baker bringing you home here in the final stages of this matchup between the Baker County Wildcats on the road tonight facing the Suwannee Bulldogs here at Paul Lankford Stadium in Live Oak, Florida. Wildcats on top 42-14, less than 5 minutes to go in the ball game. And this is one of those games, folks, that we won't have a long post-game show, but we will remind you that our dependable heating and air conditioning coaches show will come to you Monday night at 7 o'clock. Right here on WFBB, as we'll get a chance to talk with the coach about those playoff scenarios that we were talking about a little bit earlier. Wildcats run the football here up the middle. As after Suwannee tried an onside kick a moment ago, they didn't get it. They were unsuccessful. The ball went out of bounds. And Cats took it right there at midfield. We got some new guys in the game now for the Cats. trying to close this one out here on the road. It's going to be a big win for this Cat team to move to 7-2 on the season, and 7-2 on the season, and like you said, Jackie, more importantly, 4-0 in district play. But Jackie, I mentioned a moment ago, we've obviously got the big Florida-Georgia game tomorrow down in Jacksonville, so hopefully a lot of folks will be cheering on both of your teams, whether you're a Bulldog fan or a Gator fan watching those games tomorrow. And, of course, there's other games going on, you Seminole fans, against the Clemson folks tomorrow, and Miami taking on Pitt. So Florida teams in action tomorrow. But, Jackie, Halloween will be here Sunday, so folks in Baker County will be observing that holiday Sunday, trick-or-treating, looking for the good candy. What would you call your favorite good candy that your kids can bring home?
Oh, man. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. When this time comes around, I have much of a sweet tooth, but when Halloween rolls around, I don't cull a whole lot out of that bag, I'll tell you.
Well, just pick one, man. What's your favorite? Is it a Reese's or a Snickers or what?
Maybe a Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Yeah, Kit Kat and Twix.
Jackie's going for the Kit Kat Twix option. I got to tell you, Colby got a bag yesterday, and I might have stole an Almond Joy out of there.
Okay.
You ever tried one of those Almond Joy?
Yeah. I'm not a big Almond Joy guy, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big coconut guy.
Okay. I can understand that. Every now and then, if somebody throws in a York peppermint patty, that'll do it as well, But, hey, hold all your loved ones tight this weekend as you get a chance to celebrate Halloween with them. Life's short, Jackie, and I want all the folks out there to enjoy this weekend, that Florida-Georgia game, and trick-or-treating on Sunday. It'll be a nice weekend.
Yeah, yep, definitely. A lot of festivities and activities going on this weekend.
Wildcats will face a fourth down here toward the end of the ball game, and again, Suwannee with a heavy punt pressure, but Jamil Jones just solid back there, Jackie. Is he wearing a hoodie? Is he wearing a hoodie under his
I don't know. Yeah, get that man some compression shirts or something.
Well, he's got long sleeves on. It looks like a hood coming out the back, and maybe a hoodie he's wearing out there. Is that legal?
Hey, as good as he plays, man, I don't care what he wears. Just keep doing what you do down there.
If my son sees that, he'll want to play football tonight. He loves wearing hoodies, man. It can be 90 degrees outside, but if he thinks it's, getting toward the end of the year, he's got to have a hoodie. I guess. Suwannee will get one last chance here with 2:40 to go in the ball game. The Cats on top, 42-14. And like I said, as we get down toward the end here, just remind you that we'll have our dependable heating and air conditioned coaches show coming up Monday night at 7. And they're going to air one out here. Overthrows everybody. But good news there, Jackie. The incomplete pass won't stop the clock. But Monday night, the coaches show, Jackie. And then next Friday night, just a reminder, folks, the game next Friday at Baldwin will be at 6 o'clock. So it's a Duval County game. So that game next week, instead of like 7:30 tonight, it's an hour and a half different next week. So we'll start at 6 o'clock, so a little bit earlier as we head into that ball game against the Baldwin Indians to close the season out. Important note.
Yeah, well.
Suwannee's going to run a little toss sweep here on second down, and the running back's going to get out near the 30-yard line, tackled there, and the clock's going to continue to run as we get down under a minute to go here in the ball game, Jackie. But your final thoughts here tonight on this Wildcat win, move to 7-2 and 4-0 in the district play.
Yeah, 7-2 on the season, and just a great overall game. Nice Wildcat offense again. I said it at the halftime. You just got to find some more continuity in the offense. When it's going really good, but there was a few minutes there in the game that just nothing happening. Suwannee going to score a cheap one here.
Well, Jackie, we were calling it over, and they score a touchdown here. My goodness. They're going to cut the lead in half. Make it 42-21 with the extra point.
Going to wake up and read it in the newspaper tomorrow and think it was actually a good game. But, no, finding more continuity on the offensive side of the ball. It gets stymied. At times we went through again halfway through that first quarter into the end of the second quarter where we just couldn't score any points. And as you're getting into these playoffs, you got to be able to put a whole game together. We came out in the second half, did a really good job. The defense has done what they've done week in and week out. I mean, you can't compliment those guys enough. So I like it. I like where we're at right now. I like how we're playing football and ready to get through Baldwin and get into those playoffs and see what we can do with the best 5A teams in the state.
21 points, both halves for the Wildcats as they close it out here. 7-2 and 4-0 in the district after the Wildcats win tonight. They'll win it 42-21 on the road at Suwannee. And with that, we're going to say goodnight, everybody. Thank you, John Meadows, back at the station. And back at the studio, reminder, Monday night, 7 o'clock for the Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Coaches Show. And then next Friday, 6 o'clock against the Baldwin Indians. And then we'll set you up for the playoffs as the Wildcats will be headed to the playoffs in Class 5A this year. So we're looking forward to that. So we'll talk to everybody next week. Good night, everybody.
This is 97.5 WFBB,